Yo, 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 once again, we back. This is With Just Messengers podcast. Of course, I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
And you know, it's Do Work Media Sundays, With Just Messengers Sundays. I got to have my dog Drew Money on the boards.
How y'all feeling?
Feeling good. A
We
little
in
tired,
here,
but we
man.
in here.
246. Let's get
Yes,
it,
sir.
man.
246.
How y'all feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Been a good week. Can't complain at all, man. Can't complain at all. You know, these months steady kicking on by. You know, playoff basketball is here, of course. Seemed like just yesterday the season started. But yeah, man. Yesterday officially kicked it off. I'm just excited about this year, man. Honestly. Year been rolling by fast as hell, but it's been some good shit so far, man. It's been some good shit, man.
Y'all ready?
Shout out to all of y'all who's had some new beginnings, going to have some new beginnings, or you started something new and it's been going well, man. Salute to y'all. Keep working. You know, it's a lot of people out here who really don't want to put no work in, man. They want to skip the process. Crazy. We were just talking about that before before we kicked off the show about people not really want to put in no work, man. Shit crazy out here, man.
Shit crazy, man. Niggas just think of a big bag of money that's going to fall in your lap or something, man. Like, somebody's going to be like, here, man, here you go.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how the workforce has really changed over the last 10 years. Like, you remember when we first started working at Amazon, like 2011?
Mm-hmm.
And just, like, the whole climate, it was, like, a thing to just, like, go work. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of where you was at, like,
niggas
just
was
go work.
on some low-key cutthroat shit in there back then.
Yeah,
Man.
like, niggas just go work. But now it's just, like, niggas look down on anything. Anything. Oh, I ain't working. I'm like, well, what you gonna do?
What you want to do is
And I mean, I get it because, you know, we talk about the inflation and shit, and, you know, they got to match the salaries with, you know, inflation and shit, but it's some people who just don't want to fucking work, bro. They don't want to do shit, man. You go to these grocery stores, like Mika was saying earlier, like, I'm in a grocery store waiting in line. It's like 3 workers just, like, basically chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what we doing?
I mean, shit. He was at Harris Teeter. Now go to Walmart.
All right. If Harris Teeter on that type time?
If Harris
Oh
Teeter
my
on that
God.
type of time, which I was surprised he said that. So go to Walmart. That's how real it is right now.
Bruh, listen. If I go inside of Harris Teeter and I'm always on that type time, I'm not even going to waste my time going to no Walmart. What I'm going to do that for? I'm going to set myself up.
Might as well stay at Harris Teeter. Go to Publix. Publix still keeping it a band.
Yeah, Publix do be keeping it in the band. They do.
They still keep it in the band. They got standards in there. So
They do got standards in. Actually, they kind of kicked it up because, you know, they got the little refrigerator that be having a grocery store
can
and
pick your
shit.
shit up
They
right
got
there.
somebody who like be monitoring that shit. You know, if you need your bags, your groceries bag, somebody be right there to get it done. Some of these other places,
they take it out to the car for you. No,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess
That do make you want to be like, man, I don't want to go right here today. I'm gonna go to Publix and go get my shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Pay that Publix tax.
I'll pay it. It's all good. Cause I feel like customer service is priceless, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I went to this was like a few months ago. I forgot what fast food joint I was at, but I went there for my daughter. And these like you could tell they had a number of kids working in there. It was at Zaxby's. That's what it was. We was at Zaxby's and like they getting the order wrong. They telling me my order. I'm telling them what I want on the at the speaker, and they tell me my shit back wrong. I'm like, yo, that's not what I said. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we pull around, and I'm like, yo, did you fix what I said? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's these number of teenagers in there. They back there laughing and shit. I'm like, yo, where your manager at? I don't even want to talk to you now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all. First off, you making my food, and now you playing games. Like, I don't even play like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much laughing about my food. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to get my daughter some chicken fingers. Like, y'all do it a lot right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, bro. But it's crazy because it was number teenagers at those type of jobs back when we was first working as teenagers. So, I don't know. I guess, like, the sense of urgency just not there no more. Like, because even back then, we knew, like, we couldn't just play around, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or it was a time for that. It was a time that we would play around when shit was completely dead, but a customer pull up, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least tighten up. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this shit different these days, bro, for real. Like,
I don't get it, man. These niggas, man, they just want to get by doing the bare minimum, dog. That's it. They want to get by, and they think that shit gonna come in like a year, 2 years. Like, no, bro. Like, you got to put in 5+, sometimes 10. Like, this shit don't stop. And before you look up, that time done passed. What you done did?
Quick.
Like I said, that's it. You done. But that make you tight. I remember one time I was in a grocery store. I'm like, bro, I'll just bag my own groceries. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it.
See, that's crazy. That's crazy, dog. Like,
I got it, bro. Like, it's cool. Like, I ain't catching no attitude, nothing, because if I catch an attitude, it's just going to delay the process.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, especially when you dealing with food. That's what makes it so it's
that's
just
my thing. Like, don't play around with people's food, bro.
Yeah,
like, come on, man. Like,
and I get it. Sometimes y'all might be having a bad day, shit like that. Cool, but don't slow up the process because you having a bad day. You
I ain't even trying to hear that.
Like, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. But if you being slow on purpose, that's different.
Like, I don't even trying to hear that bad day shit either, Mike, man. Honestly.
You know?
Like, I don't be trying to hear that shit, man. Because, like we all...
You got to leave that at home.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we all got a job to do somewhere.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, bro, like, that's just what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
you going to have some days, like, even in my, like, might be short staff or something like that. What I'm going to do? Complain? This shit going to get done regardless.
You got to put that 8 hours in anyway.
And I might have to stay 10.
You might have to stay 10. So it don't matter. Like,
it don't do me no justice complaining about that shit.
You whine the whole time. Like, it don't matter, bro. Like, you come.
I just try to take the positive at A. It's extra bread.
These people be coming to these drive-thrus. They be getting nasty and shit over the speaker. They be acting like they can't hear you and shit when you ask for napkins and shit like that. Be like, bro, I'm asking for napkins. And like, I ain't asking you for...
let me get extra napkins.
Like, they be like...
Wait, let's talk about that.
I be like, bro...
All these places are giving you one piece of napkin now. What's up with that?
They give you one sauce for one. They give you one sauce. Then
what's up with this one napkin thing, man?
When you ask for extra shit, they be acting like you asking them for the safe code and shit. I'm like, bro, like, look, my nigga, like, I'm trying to get from over here, just like how you trying to get from over here,
bruh.
Give me my shit.
One napkin.
Shit, crazy, bro.
One fucking napkin. These places is giving you now, man. I don't understand that shit, bro. Like, since when do we get one napkin?
Shit crazy, bro. I don't know, man. Like this, like you say, it ties into what's going on, man. Like the bare minimum. Like for one, when you reach for them napkins, you grabbing more than one, so you're doing that deliberately. Mm-hmm. Like you don't just grab one napkin. Like,
that don't even make sense. You need multiple. I got to tell you every time I come here, let me get extra napkins.
Like, nigga, first off, that first napkin is a wrap anyway. Like, as soon as you wipe with that first one, it's over with for that first one.
Crazy.
Like,
I want to give Chick-fil-A and Tenga a little bit more props because it was a time
up?
they stepping up. You know, there was a time they used to be
that was the worst one. That was the worst one.
They was on some bad shit, but they stepped up recently. Customer service wise, they stepped up. They've been on some better shit. But you talk about shitting? Yeah, I was shitting at the boys. Facts.
That was the worst one for a while. It might be still the worst one just compared to everybody else, but I mean, you say they stepping up, so.
Yeah, I can't really trip out them. They've been a little better, man. They've been a little better. So
that's what's up.
It is what it is, man. So we're gonna start off with some shit that kind of got some older people in a compromised situation, or feel like they had to be in a compromised situation, a little scared. For a doc that's not even out yet, man. It's soon to come.
Shout out Jermaine Dupri and Uncle Luke for producing this.
Oh, so they're producing this doc?
Yeah, Jermaine Dupri been talking about this.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that.
Yeah, he got.
I know he been doing the same with Currency, but
yeah, but before that, he had a few interviews. He was talking about he had a Freaknik documentary coming out, but niggas ain't been paying no attention when he was saying that.
Okay.
See? But now that trailer dropped.
I ain't seen a trailer.
No, the trailer's what got everybody scared.
I ain't seen no trailer. So you seen it?
It was a trailer. I didn't see it myself, but I saw it on Twitter. I saw people retweeting it and shit like that. But yeah, I guess the day of reckoning is coming.
Yeah. So Freaknik,
men and women in that shit wilding too though, because a lot of niggas in them fraternities, they out there, talking about yeah.
But here's the thing, like, so Freaknik, if y'all don't know, is basically like a big ass gathering that they had in Atlanta.
Big college party.
Big ass college party. These had roads blocked off, streets blocked off. Like it was like an amplified version of like what I said, Bikers Week in Myrtle Beach. Mm-hmm. Basically, girls going wild type shit, black version, black culture. I mean, music blasting out of cars. Big ass party / orgy / all that.
It was a party at first. It was
it was meant to be a big party at first, and it turned to girls going wild type shit. It lasted from about 92 to 98.
98 was the last year.
98 was the last year. You know, recently they tried to bring that shit back into 2019 before the pandemic. I heard that shit was ass.
Everybody try to bring it back, man. They got a Freaknik party here coming up, man.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that shit was ass, and yeah, it got a lot of. I seen auntie. She was on. She had a video talking about you could just see the body language. She was a little bit worried about things she might have. I'm not saying I didn't. Well, I mean, if you wasn't, I don't think you would have been too worried about that shit. Then the internet is a motherfucker. They found that old picture of her. Fine now. That had to have been fresh out of 97, 98.
you was going to ask if you want to hop in the whip back then, I say this, if you had a drop top Mustang or you had any type of drop top back then, it was like a Rolls Royce Cullinan now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hey man.
Shout out my uncle. My uncle said he rented the drop top Mustang in 95 when he went down to Freaknik, and he said Daytona was worse. Daytona was more turned up.
What type of time Daytona
was on.
He
said they was having sex in public, running trains in public. The one infamous picture that's going around, like, them boys just spreading the girl ass cheek and shit. You can see the depths of that shit. But, I mean.
20K,
man. It's like, I don't know. Honestly, man, I don't think it's no different from today. This is why I go back to say, like, social media just put a magnifying glass on the shit that's going on now. But back then, imagine all the shit. I done seen people posting, like, videotapes via Daytona 95, Freaknik 96, Freaknik 94.
It just wasn't a medium to upload all that stuff on.
Yeah, Mr. My uncle said, man, if I still had them tapes. Shit, wow. Then you got to think about the music that was out around that time,
you got to think, like, all right, so, like, when I grew up, like, 17, 16, they was 17, 18, like in the barbershops, they were showing the DVDs from Bikers Weeks and shit like that in the barbershop. So you can only imagine, like, I don't remember the Freaknik tapes like probably being shown back then, but I'm just saying, like, if it was a medium to upload all this shit on, like an outlet to upload, like, we would have been had all this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Auntie did look kind of scared in that video, though. She was in the car. You could tell she was on work break or something. Like,
You think that shit gonna divide families, though?
It shouldn't.
I mean, that shit 30 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't, like,
Unless you see another nigga that your homeboy or something, then your girl gets it. You be like, oh, shit, like.
Man, that shit.
Damn, you ain't tell me about that.
That shit shouldn't matter, man. Because, like, all right, like, it's like this. Like, this happened, 93, 94. Mm-hmm. It's 2023 now. Y'all been stopped caring about that shit.
They probably might have had discussions about that shit already, or they probably did it together.
That's all I'm saying, man. But niggas was wild in them shits, though. I already know the think piece is coming because.
Oh yeah, we already seen one.
It was about because they had one scene in particular. I don't think it was from that documentary, but there was I think it was a clip from somebody's personal tape, and there was like a debate going back and forth between some of the women that was going out there and some of the men that was out there. One of them had on I think he was an Omega. They was basically talking about, like, women shouldn't be wearing certain things out there if they don't want to be approached a certain way. And it was getting kind of the conversation.
I did see that. Yes.
The conversation was getting kind of rapey. You know what I'm saying? And I agree. Like, me personally, a woman should never be judged on what she's wearing. Yeah, I'm not about to violate no woman just because she might be scantily clad or whatnot.
Yeah. She could just be out there to have a good time. That don't mean because she got on a bathing suit on, you want to rip that shit off.
That's crazy. That's crazy because niggas was wilding. You know what I'm saying? And they need to be accountable for that. Like, whatever conversation come, like, they gonna have to, if they find them dudes, they gonna have to be accountable for that type of shit. Like, that shit ain't never cool. That's not tolerable. So, I don't know, man. They might, I don't know. Like, when that shit drop, it's going to be a lot of discourse. That's all I know.
Man, you already see the one when the girl talking about, oh, funny how Hulu got a doc about Freaknik, but nothing for girls going wild.
That's cat, because they had a whole series for girls going wild.
Then she come up under the shit, double down, talking about they do, not Hulu, but just docs, period. Yeah. It's like, they do got docs. We showing her proof now. She said, I said Hulu. I'm like, all right, man. Now you just
TNT,
people just want to go against the grade just cause.
I specifically remember TNT having a whole series about Girls Gone Wild, like, and the dude that started it.
But dog, Girls Gone Wild was like a regularly scheduled program. Mm-hmm. That was a regularly scheduled thing.
They had infomercials for Girls Gone Wild. They for real had infomercials for that shit. Like,
yes, bro. Like, yes, that shit was
crazy. I remember I used to watch the Howard Stern show on E. And the commercials to come on, Girls Gone Wild commercials come on for that shit. I'm like, bro, like, this is crazy. Like, ordered DVD for $19.95. Yeah. You know, free shipping and handling. Hey, man.
My boy was telling me they had something similar to Freaknik in Philly. I can't remember what it was called. It was like the Greek some shit, like something along them lines. But that was basically their version of, you know, Freaknik. But that shit then, when you think about it back then, you probably thought, yeah, this shit ran up for about 10 years. That shit only lasted 5 years. Mm-hmm. Cause my uncle said, man, they had to shut that shit down. He's like, that shit was wild.
For what it's worth, every region kind of got their own thing. Like you said, we have bikers here. I remember going to bikers.
Even all groups of people got their own type of shit. Yeah. Like, what's the big shit that white people always talk about from back in the way back in the day?
What, Woodstock?
Yeah,
that was like a big thing though. Like,
my god!
I think the last like notable Woodstock was Woodstock '99. That's when DMX
what would be comparable to that today? Travis Scott shit?
Coachella, probably.
Coachella. But no,
that's going on now.
Wasn't people dying out there at Woodstock? I mean, they were doing drugs, fucking.
Drugs, all kind of shit, yeah. ODing, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Every generation got their own. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Thing. Nobody could prop themselves up over the one when it comes to that type of behavior. Like, all y'all was getting busy.
Like a nigga in his 40s can't be like, man, y'all niggas wild. Y'all ain't got no. Okay. Well, nigga, this documentary about to come out about y'all niggas now.
See, y'all shit just saying documentary on social media.
Now it's when we on social media. What you got to say now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's the same shit, man. Like, I remember going to bikers. I probably shouldn't be saying. My mom just called me too. That's crazy. Like, she probably gonna watch this episode. But I snuck to my first bikers when I was like 16, and I remember being out there. I'm like, bro, this shit kind of crazy. Like, what's going on out here? You know what I'm saying?
Niggas look forward to going to that shit though, because they knew what type of time it was.
You know, I was out there 16. Like, I was with OG niggas now. Like, and I'm like, dog, like, this shit crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I went again when I actually graduated, and I'm like, this shit's still crazy. Like, still crazy as hell out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because, you know, 16, I'm 10th grade. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like, this shit, you know, they got a lot going on. And it's like, you know, I wasn't at Freaknik, but that was probably the closest I could have got to that. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, bro, a lot of people gonna be called to that podium, man, when this shit drop. Hey, man, JD and Uncle Luke, they crazy for this
Uncle
shit,
Luke
bro.
a wild motherfucker,
Uncle
man.
Luke is wild.
He always be on Twitter Spaces, too. We listen to sports shit.
For sure.
He'll be holding Spaces and shit. But he another one now. Like, no disrespect, Uncle Luke, but he kind of be, when we start talking about that political shit, black people issues, dog be on some other shit. Mm-hmm. I can't even.
I don't know what side of the line he on sometimes.
Yeah, man, you got.
Yeah.
But all in all, though, I definitely will watch that doc when it come out, because I'm gonna get my laughs off. Mm-hmm. I'm a trip.
I want to see the discourse that comes, because it's coming. When is it supposed to be dropping? This week?
Next year.
It don't drop till next year?
Yes, and people are having this. Yes, it's a 2024 slated doc.
No way a documentary a year apart from now is causing this much.
And I could be wrong, but I promise you it's 2024. They never gave a confirmed date. When I read the article, it specifically said they didn't have a confirmed date. It did not have a confirmed date, but it's slated for 2024.
Niggas scared.
So they already that's what I'm saying. All this like discourse is for a doc that's not even come out like no time soon.
Niggas scared, bro.
Yeah, they know what they was getting down with back then.
Yeah. That footage they got must be crazy.
See, Mo, real talk, like, I get it from a human standpoint of don't pull your phone out, don't pull your phone out. Y'all would have been pulling y'all phones out back then.
Oh yeah. They had actual VHS camcorders back then. Yes. Though. They was buying camcorders.
There was always a nigga walking around with the Why y'all think when we see these docs now, it was always a nigga recording some shit or taking pictures? Like when we always talk about Pac pictures, Pac was always documenting.
He knew the importance of documenting.
Like, come on, even Kanye doc, this nigga walking around with a camera. Dame Dash even said, yeah, Kanye was always the one that every time I see him, he had a camera with him or somebody with a camera. Biggie footage, somebody walking around with a camera.
That was his man's. I forget buddy name, but yeah, that's one of his main mans. Brad knew the importance of that shit though. He knew the importance. There's certain people that you can call on from each generation who kind of get the importance of documentation shit. Like I say Joe Budden, man, like one of the first dudes like
YouTube
on that whole
shit, yeah.
like wave, like like I can honestly say he was one of the first from this generation. There's a lot of people like on that type of wave, man, but sometimes like we get to these moments here where people kind of get regretful about the shit they've been documenting, but it's too late now. Like you gotta stand in that fire.
Take that on the chin, man.
You gotta take it on the chin, man. That footage they got must be crazy though.
It must be got to. People submitted them VHS tapes, man. They got to check off that too. They got a little check off. I
remember JD was saying like the reason because he said he'd been working on this. He said they'd been working on it, and he was like the reason why they took a long time because they wanted to make sure they get a lot of footage. So I leave that to y'all. Yeah, they compiled a lot of footage. So
makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
We definitely gonna see though. We definitely gonna see. So we saw some. I saw some distasteful shit. Everybody did the Dalai Lama video, at kissing the boy in the mouth.
I didn't actually watch it, but
I didn't watch the video neither. But I seen it, and it just I said that. What religion is that anyway? Honestly, it really don't matter, do it. But y'all just gotta be mindful of who y'all following, man, and you can't look at them past whatever it is that you subscribe to, because they still humans at the end of the day, and you gotta pack dog up, man.
He gotta get packed up.
Get that shit out of here, man.
That's despicable.
Like, no, I'm not doing no shit like that.
Like, what the fuck was like? I read what he was saying. I was like, bro, what
was the explanation behind that shit?
There's no explanation. He can't try to.
I said, was there explanation on his part? Was there one?
Oh, I didn't see if he dropped a statement after that, but he shouldn't. He shouldn't. Like, what is he gonna say? Like, I forgot where I was at. Where you be at when you do this type of shit? Then we need to raid that place.
That's some shit. That was just some
sick.
It was just sick.
You call it what it is. It was sick. It was really sick. Really sick. Like, arrested. First, he need to be. What? Has he not been arrested yet?
Tibetan. So this is in Tibet. So Tibetan leader defends Dalai Lama at the "suck my tongue" request to boy.
That's crazy.
Tibet explains "suck my tongue" means it's not what you think.
Well, what does it mean?
Let me see. And he 87 years old. So Tibetans told Vice World News that the meaning of this common expression used to tease and teach children is completely lost in cultural interpretation in its English translation. The correct phrase in Tibetan for the joke is "chele sa," which roughly translates to "eat my tongue." English is the Dalai Lama's second language, and Indian news outlets have previously reported that the leader speaks in broken English at public events. Let's get back to this. In a YouTube video, a second-generation Tibet refugee living in the U.S. explains how this display of affection was born out of a game played between the Tibetan elderly and children. Kids who go up to their grandfather, for instance, are asked to kiss their grandfather's forehead, touch their noses, and kiss them. So they actually have a Twitter page that's basically explaining where "eat my tongue" comes from.
So he say "suck my tongue" though, but so they saying he was basically speaking broken English now.
I guess they was like, it's a sign of a blessing. She added, when a kid wants to hug an elderly man, the old man complies and then gives a kiss as a grandfather or a father would and plays with the kid. The word "suck" in Tibet language is "jip." And it's not a word that is sexualized in our culture. So they saying this shit is not sexual. The word "suck" is not sexualized in their culture. Yeah, but the act looks.
Okay.
It looks sick, my nigga. Like,
you
no.
doing a lot of explaining for some nasty shit.
Yeah, some nasty shit. Fuck the words. The action.
The action is crazy. Cause like, nah, brother. He specifically said "suck my tongue." Like, like, bro, I'm sorry.
I don't care if what the word means in y'all culture. The act looks bad.
The act look crazy. And it's like, bro, for all that, niggas need to be on point. Say what you mean.
That'd be my thing.
Say what you mean, bro. Say what you mean. And then I'm gonna be real, because they already was like lip blockers at that point or something from the picture. Bro, you even saying "eat my tongue" in that instance, it looked crazy. That look crazy as fuck. I'm sorry, bro. Like, nah, I can't. I'm not going with none of that.
Hey, man, listen, man. You know
Hey, we gotta protect these kids, bro.
Got to.
I'm sorry, bro. Like,
they don't know no
bro.
better.
They don't know
and
no
they're
better,
innocent.
bro.
They're innocent.
That's how kids get groomed. That's how kids get all this shit happen, bro. Like, nah, bro.
And they can go up thinking like back then
it
might
cool.
not affect. It was cool.
It was cool, but then when say that little boy grow up and he be like, damn, like he start questioning a whole bunch of shit that been going on. Like, what the fuck was this?
Or he might not even question. He might think that shit normal.
Yeah. Then he carried on to another generation. Like, nah, that shit ain't cool. That shit ain't cool. That's exactly how that shit happens, bro. Like,
did y'all hear about how they saying there's a law just to tie in with this shit, just kids in general? So there's this law being. Matter of fact, I sent it to somebody because
you sent it to us.
If I didn't, I'm gonna try to send it to y'all right now. So Washington passed a bill allowing children to legally be taken from their parents if their parents don't consent to their gender transition. How y'all feel about that? As especially you, Mo, as a parent.
Oh, that's nasty. Because why are you infringing on what's going on in my household? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't respect the choice that your kid made, first off,
it's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope. Why?
That's what I'm asking you. Like, if you as a parent, if you 12, 11, 13 years old, and you know they want to have that conversation about a sex change.
It's a conversation, but at the end of the day, like under my roof, shit gonna go how it need to go.
Until a certain age.
Until you get a certain age, you able to make those decisions as an adult on your own.
Mm-hmm.
But under my roof, no, that's not.
You're not signing off on a sex change.
No,
gotcha.
That's a decision that you because all right, say. Cause now they don't talk about like say like what happened to the parents who be with that shit, right? And then they support all this shit, and then the kid go along with this shit, and then they grow up and they be like, damn, well you let me do all this shit, and when they grow up and regretting all of this shit, no, you're not about to do that to me. You do that when you make that able-bodied decision on your own as an adult. But while you under my supervision, under my roof, I'm gonna do what I need to do as far as leading you how I feel need to be led, how you need to be led. So when you get on your own, you make that decision. I still support you because you made a decision on your own.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
You're not gonna guilt trip.
You're not gonna play that game with me. No, because you made a decision on your own. Like when you was under my roof, we was under my supervision. We had these talks and shit like that. That's why we trying to avoid this moment now. You know what I'm saying?
I think it should be fair on both sides. I think if there's parents who are not okay with signing off on the sex change, they shouldn't be killed for it. Parents who do sign off on the sex change shouldn't be killed for it, or they shouldn't be propped up more than the other. It should be 50-50.
Either way, you still supporting your kid the best fit way you feel like they need to be supported. But this whole like taking the kids away shit, like that's crazy. That's crazy. Now I think
that could get ugly.
That will get ugly. Imagine you go to the wrong household trying to retrieve somebody's kid, and that dude just be like, "Nah, we not with that."
It could get ugly.
It can get real ugly. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can get real ugly, bro.
And who's to say the kid is gonna be okay with that? Yeah. They might be rebellious in the moment, but I mean, there still is a mental of a kid that y'all can't discount. I always say that. There still is a mental of a kid that you like. Kids be so.
They say men don't be fully developed like brain wise until we in our damn near 20s. So how are we? You see this? That's how I say. Like you say, it's a slippery slope. Because I don't really want to say nothing that be offensive to nobody. Yeah. But it's like, bro, like
that's why we covering all bases.
Y'all be telling us certain things about our own psyche and shit like that. But then all that we should allow these kids to make these.
That's a serious change.
That's a serious decision.
Age. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm pretty sure the parents who have okayed that had a serious conversation with their child and they came to an agreement on it, which is cool. Again, I'm saying that's fine. But to take a child away from their parent because they don't agree to that, that's pushing it, my nigga. Like,
a lot.
That's pushing it. Like, you know, as a kid, there was a lot of moments my mom told me no. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of moments my mom told me over things that I wanted. You see what I'm saying? But when you start talking about something like that, that's serious.
It was things that I wanted to do, places that I wanted to
go.
go.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, no. And then when I hear about some shit going on at that place, I'd be like, okay, maybe she saw something I didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go thank her.
It wasn't right for me at the time.
It wasn't right for me at that time. Yeah. Maybe she was trying to keep me out of certain
situations. And I'm pissed. I'm mad, of
I'm
course.
pissed because, I'm missing out on what I think are moments. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to be in that moment when them shots let off or some other shit go down in there. I don't want to be around.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, same shit apply here. You don't want to okay some life-changing surgery. And then when this kid grow up and he be like, damn, like, I didn't want to do that for real. Mm-hmm. You can't do that. You can't unreverse this shit now.
I think that's a conversation that if people are mentally mature for it, it could be positive. Mm-hmm. Everything don't got to be negative behind it. Like even with them, looking to pass this bill, I'm like, y'all might want to think twice before doing some shit like that. Because you take the child away, where are they going? Let's talk about that.
You gonna put them in y'all broken foster care system?
They always want to talk about that. Also ties in like even with them going against abortion. Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all so against abortion, and they was talking about okay, well, where's the transition for the kid? The environment they're gonna be in. I'm not even just talking about physically, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all always want to talk about abortion this, abortion that, but okay, y'all not putting in nothing in line that's healthy for the child. Y'all just want to go against the grain because of because of y'all beliefs. So if you take a child away because the parents don't agree with a sex change, okay, where are they going?
Should get quiet when you actually.
So you gotta have shit in place. You gotta shit because everybody know the foster care system ain't the best.
Shit broke.
This shit is very broken, especially when we talk about this country. You see what I'm saying? So. I don't know, man. I feel like that's something that you gotta be mindful about. And I say that to say, man, we definitely gotta look out for these kids, man. You gotta protect them, man. There's a lot of weirdos in this world. There's a lot of sick motherfuckers in this world. We even talked about like how in some countries they even trying to pass having sex with kids as a what was the shit? Umar talked about this on Breakfast Club one time. They say, like, if you open the door for this, you open the door for a lot of things.
As an orientation, they trying to make that like a.
They're making it a sexual orientation. Yes, having sex with kids is sexual. That's sick. That's sick. Very sick, man. So you just gotta be careful and mindful of what your kids watching, what they adhering to, like more, especially more now than ever because of this right here. And the internet, like I say, I love the internet. I love social media. It has a lot of positives, but it's like yin and yang, man. You got it's a flip side to shit too.
It can be good. It can be used for
and you can be indulged 100% on the bad side.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes not even knowing you on the bad side.
So that shit about TikTok getting banned, that's real.
I keep seeing they going ban it, but I mean it's still going.
Man, I look at that TikTok. I never downloaded TikTok. Don't have it on my phone, but from what I see, man, TikTok ain't no different from Google.
Ain't no different from Google. Ain't no different from Vine. Ain't no different from Twitter. Ain't no different from none of these other websites. Like, it's the same shit.
What's the big beef with TikTok though?
From what I've been seeing, a lot of people talking about the information that's spread on there, a lot of misinformation. But if y'all doing that for TikTok, it's a lot of misinformation on Facebook. It's a lot of misinformation on Twitter.
Yeah, all that shit. You just got to know what the filter.
You can Google misinformation on Google.
Yeah, you just got to know.
You just got to know what you know.
Mm-hmm. Drew, you want to say something?
The news is misinformation.
Like, what we doing? Like, y'all gotta understand when you open, like you said, when you open a door to one thing. All right, we can do that, but all right, let's have a conversation about these other platforms as well. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, ban TikTok. So we gonna ban the news? Are we gonna put certain provisions on the news where they have to spit facts? Mm-hmm. What we doing?
Facts.
Because there's a lot of good information on TikTok as well. So, I don't know, man. I saw some shit with some teachers was like they get a lot of the information across the best on TikTok when they break certain topics down.
It's funny you say that.
It's easy to digest.
When I had spoke, I think it was last episode a few weeks ago when we was talking about the U.S. dollar. How the guy on YouTube, Ray Diallo, like he broke down something in 43 minutes that would have probably take days to explain. maybe weeks. So I seen a funny tweet the other day talking about how this girl was like, how I was saying like 2019, these attention spans. It was basically speaking of attention span. And then basically it had like a funny meme talking about, when I see a TikTok video longer than like a minute, basically like, oh my God, like. But they saying like when you see them short ones, it really affect your attention span.
Yeah.
Because everything's getting broken down like 15, 30 seconds versus you really, some shit needs to be longer than a minute, 2 minutes. Like even when they talk about like when you post real, see like me, I don't pay attention to shit like that. So like for example, when I post our clips, sometimes a clip may need to be 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. Like even when you was talking about like the process of breaking a new artist and shit, I think that was like 2:20. Like sometimes the shit may be 30, sometimes it may be 45, but I think the attention span aspect, I never thought that it would play on people's mental, but it does. Yeah. Like when they see something that may be long, they might not want to pay attention to that shit because it goes past a minute.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Even that's how timestamps came about on all podcasts. Before it wasn't timestamps.
It wasn't. We used to run that shit straight through.
That was for all podcasts. There wasn't no timestamps. It became to people like, oh well, y'all need to tell me when y'all talk about this because I don't want to hear that. Well, shit. I mean, if you tuned in. You tuned in. Like, but I get it though.
Yeah, and I ain't got no beef with the timestamps now. I got no beef now, with them. When recently when we was experimenting with the segment, like breaking up certain segments, my whole thing is this, bro. Y'all had the timestamps. You get what I'm saying? And I know there's other, podcasters who do the break up the segment, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like ESPN does it, Fox does it, all of them do it. But if you have a full show and you got the timestamps, so there ain't nothing wrong with, just hitting the shit and going right to it. But like with TikTok, I think they have sped up the process of we're gonna take valuable information and chop it down as much as possible. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that, but a lot of teachers I've seen have taken TikTok and used it to their advantage as far as breaking down shit. I remember even on Twitter, this is before TikTok got popular, they was breaking down a math problem in like the simplest form. I still got that shit bookmarked, matter of fact. Because like, oh shit.
That shit fire.
That shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? But certain things do need to be explained, longer than a 30-second clip.
Sometimes it's avenues for long form content and short form. Like
both is necessary. I feel like both is definitely necessary. So
I'm just saying, like when I first started listening to podcasts, it was strictly long form. Like you got it, you caught it. Well, if you catch it, you catch it.
Yeah.
But they had like the little rewind button on there. That was my best friend. If I missed something, I hit that shit a few times because it only go 15 seconds each time. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, people listen to our show. Some people listen to it straight through. Some go just depending on what they got going on. They just might want to hear this part real quick, and then they go back, they listen to the whole shit. So I get it. So, like I said, I'm not against the timestamps at all. So, I mean, it'd be interesting to see like how all this shit. But that Dalai Lama shit, yeah, we got to pack dog up, man. Get that shit out of here, man. And if y'all not taking care of that shit over there, y'all keep that shit over there.
Yeah, keep that over there. But over here,
yeah, we don't.
That's some nasty nigga shit. Like,
nah, that shit over here, man. We not fucking around with no shit like that. Sorry.
In the U.S. of A., that's some nasty shit.
I'm not doing that. So it pains me to say this, man, but Snowfall.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it, cause
I'm so disappointed, bro. This ain't no spoiler neither. Y'all niggas ain't had plenty of time. That shit dropped Wednesday.
That was Wednesday. It's Sunday now.
Man.
Might be Monday for a lot of y'all.
What the fuck, man?
There's no way it's over with that kind of ending.
It's one more episode. It's one more episode, right?
There's one more episode.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the season finale.
Yeah, but it's damn near.
Yeah.
I mean, all they doing it right. The next episode probably is going to be tying up some loose ends. You might get a final conclusion on some shit, but yeah.
Bruh, like, it's no way you build up 6 seasons of greatness for that fuck shit.
Hey, man.
Sissy, a.k.a. Draymond Green. Like, come on, man. Where's Alton? Like, that's how y'all write that shit? You know what would have been dope writing for me? Dope writing would have been, after that transfer was complete, you put a dome in his, you put a bullet in his dome and write the credits. I felt like that shit would have been a fire ending going into the season finale. As soon as the transfer is done, he clicked the phone and boom. You ended like for all, you didn't give a fuck about that man like that. That was trash writing, my nigga. Like Seattle Seahawks on the 1 yard line passing the ball, dog. Like, no way they ended that shit like that.
Hey man,
I been shitting, bro. Like,
that's why when y'all be when I'm not saying you, but when y'all be throwing out these shows to go at the king, y'all gotta make sure y'all cut twice. I mean, measure twice, measure 3 times, and cut once, bro. Because The Wire ended 2007, and ain't nothing touched it since.
that's some nasty shit, bro. And I'm literally at the TV like, no. I know she not about to. No, bro. Like, no. That's how y'all. And then the funniest person in that whole scene didn't say one word. Teddy's mans. This nigga man just got shot and he just walk off like he a regular. Like you hear the people in the background screaming and shit. He walking off like it ain't shit. Off. Like he ain't worrying about getting shot or nothing. Like, no, bro. Like this will. First of all, let's. I didn't really peep, but shout out to Oso. Oso was able to get away. Hey, real dude. He went through a lot. He deserved to walk off free. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Yeah, he put that work in.
But my nigga, all that build up.
2018.
37 M's. 37 M's. $37 million for Alton. Like, I can't believe they went out like that, man. I can't believe that. Yeah, that show dropped definitely on my top 5. It did. I'm sorry, like it just did.
I don't want to hear it on the same level as The Wire no more. It's not.
So what if? Let me just throw something out there. What if this was just like, how sometimes people do the foresight of what she wanted to do?
It's not, because it ain't even in like that. I get what you're saying though.
And then it was really like it starts back with the thought.
I get what you're saying, because at the end of season 3 they did something like that on the finale.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's
Franklin
no way
was in college and shit.
Can't do it this way. I don't think so. But you never know.
I mean, based off the preview, looked like she was in jail.
Then again, I don't watch the preview, so you know what I mean. I like to fly blind on certain shit.
I get it.
Damn.
My nigga Franklin, he gotta get a CDL, man, to survive, man.
Sheesh.
He gonna have to get a CDL.
They gonna say, man, I would have bodied my mama for that one. I'm sorry.
Hey, man.
Bruh, like, no way she killed that nigga.
Hey, man, I know the Barksdales wasn't going out like that.
You kill that man after the shit done.
Shit was done.
It was done. Now, I saw some explanations. They were saying she did it to save Franklin.
How was that saving him?
If he got that money, he would be right back still in that lifestyle and all this other shit. But it's like...
Bro, she's a hypocrite.
She's a hypocrite, if that's the case. Because, like, I mean, shit, she was in it, too. Willingly.
She was benefiting. All the businesses she had flourishing because of, and to count upon that, she wasn't even with Franklin selling drugs in the beginning. Then season 3, they became a strong team. Yep. As far as the local businesses, properties, all that. Now all of a sudden, now you on this more high ground.
But that's the dynamic of her character. They changed the character of her. As you can see throughout, I mean, even with her working in the orphanage home and stuff like that.
She was seeing all that shit on the front line.
You see what I'm saying?
So kind of like Alton's dad.
But you gotta think, the whole time,
Franklin's
Alton been kind of putting that shit in her head the whole time.
He was.
Mm-hmm. So it's...
Because he was reformed himself.
Yeah. So she was broken. I mean, definitely she's broken after they rekindled the whole thing, and the trajectory looked good for them. But it still was the moral of, like, okay, I lost him. Now let me basically, like, everything he was saying, I'm seeing all of this shit. So,
but
now,
if you didn't want to have nothing to do with me, like she told him in the warehouse, then go don't fuck up my bag.
Well, that's the thing. She's doing the motherly instinct of what you're supposed to do is protect your child. No.
How is she protecting him in that situation?
I mean, because if
Franklin got that bread, bro, he was
right back in the same shit. And
bricks and murder, all kind of shit.
But she's also saw that she lost her child. That the exchange that she had with Franklin at the warehouse,
yeah.
It said it all.
Yeah, that was it.
He walked around the table and went next to his shorty. So then, okay, now I lost my husband and I've lost my son. I don't have shit else to lose. You see what I'm saying? But also, I'm gonna protect this nigga from his own self because I'll take the rap for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's basically what it is. But it's like,
That's
for
so
right on
terrible.
from a writing standpoint, especially for me coming off of season 5. I didn't like season 5. So now we in the last season, and then we.
It was a great season.
We had the end. We had the end of
It's been a great season.
It's been a good season so far this season, but just to end it like that, I'm just like, nah, man. Like, but I get that because I kind of came to the conclusion like, yeah, she did that. I get why she did it, but it was like
Jerome gone. Fucking Louis off her fucking bat horse. Franklin's off her fucking bat horse. Like, the only person who's really doing right is Franklin's mans. And, you know.
Here's my thing. I hear what y'all saying about if he would have got the $37 million, he probably would have went right back to the streets, right? Mm-hmm. I see it different. Because I think Franklin's end goal was always to build up his community. Call me crazy. Like, yes, the foundation was the drugs. But think about it, bro. He always wanted to have real estate in motion, business in motion. Like, I get it. Yeah, he had to have his startup money in some foul shit. Well, 100% understand. I'm not putting a pass by that. But I don't think his end goal was to be this drug lord. I don't think that was his vision, bro. I think he really was like on some Ghost shit. Like when Ghost wanted to have the club, he wanted to do. I don't think Franklin wanted to be a drug lord.
But his hand was forced.
Yeah, I mean, once you get too deep into that type of shit, bro,
that's like, that. Like, you're in it.
You in it, bro.
Yeah, and
like,
that
was Ghost. My bad. That was Ghost's whole struggle too. Like when he was getting closer to getting the club in Miami, he was about to move. Shit started completely going left for him. Yeah. In the house, in the streets, everything is completely went left.
But when I say in it, I'm talking about Tasha telling him, "Oh, what did you came in this game to be?" He's like, "Do you know any drug dealers that's alive and flourishing?" I don't think that's. I'm speaking to that mental. Yeah. Now I get it from outlook. Like if you're in it, you're in it. But I think Franklin's intent was to have these real estate, because they talked about it. It was like, yo, we almost tapped out. Like, we got these properties, but we can maybe extend it for another 60 days. Like, he was putting shit in place around his community.
Well, see, the thing is, that he was putting those places in, like, that stuff, so he's rich forever. The money has
I don't think he wanted to be a drug lord forever,
though. This is the thing. It's coming from dirty money. It's coming from blood money.
Yeah, 100%. For
it to continue, it will still have the circulation of whatever got to this point has to continue on. You see what I'm saying?
How's all that? How all them properties being upkept?
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, cleaning money. He was cleaning money through his through those businesses.
100%. So now, when Louis was at the grave site and she was like, "You're the fucking devil," and he looked and said, "I know." That right there is Dark Franklin. That is the breaking point.
He came to a realization of who he is.
This money, and it's all behind the money. You see what I'm saying? If it's not about the money, then he could have been gone.
He could have
been walk away. But that's the thing. It's never going to be satisfying enough for Franklin. That's how the trajectory of this whole season has really gone. It's nothing is going to be satisfying. As soon as he gets one step forward, he's knocked right back down. You see what I'm saying?
He's probably the most realistic character written on the whole show.
Facts.
Because that's how that shit be.
That's how life be.
That's how that shit be.
You get forward and you get back humbled. You see what I'm saying? But he doesn't even get a chance because he's in so much rage of getting the money back.
It was taken from him.
Yeah.
It was straight taken from him. So it's
but now also on top of that, Teddy tells the man, like literally, like it comes to the realization as he's sitting there talking to Teddy that he has owned him. The whole thing of being owned, he felt like a free man.
So really, he feel like he had no say so to shit the whole time. Like he had the illusion of being a boss.
100%. Just to be slapped back down to reality of, nigga, you were owned. You will always be owned.
Yeah, that nigga said, "That's my money. I made promises." Like, what the fuck? He's like, "I knew when you took me to go start this account and da-da-da-da." This man let Franklin build up $73 million just to take that shit from him. Mm-hmm. Talking about that's my money. Mm-hmm. Nah, dog. Nah. But I trust me, I get y'all point. And yeah, I mean, that's the reality of it as far as speaking to his character. But just to, now that y'all break it down that way in terms of the mother aspect, I get it. But I just don't see a mother in that instance like doing it like that.
Not like that.
I think that was just bad writing, bro. I think that was like bad writing. I would be with it if she killed him after the fact. Because like she told him in the warehouse, like, bro, after we do this, we're done. Are you okay with that? And he said, yeah. So I could get it. It's playing like, damn, I done lost my son. I done lost Alton. I done lost. That to me, I don't think it was about. That's why I say to me, I don't think that's about him. Because if you and your mom's having that conversation, right? Mm-hmm. If y'all having that conversation, and y'all already done come to an agreement in the warehouse, like, damn, like, we gonna go our separate ways. If she kill him, to me, that's selfish.
You gotta think, she also, I don't think she should have ever asked him what happened to Alton, because it was kind of like
knew what the fuck.
That's what I'm saying. It was kind of like a, we know what happened, but
you said he killed them.
We don't need to reopen the wound. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when she
wanted a reason to kill him.
She wanted to prop herself up for a reason to pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? So when she finally got it from him out the horse's mouth, Donna was like, all right, now I'm going to do it now. But I'm going to still guise it as me protecting him. But at the end of the day, she was getting back for Alton. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy, man.
Trust me, I understand y'all perspective when y'all break it down like that, but still, man, that was some selfish shit. I don't think it was that. I honestly feel like it wasn't about protecting Franklin, bro. I really don't. I feel like that was just selfish intent. Because if y'all already had an understanding that y'all was going to go y'all separate ways after that shit, then you killing him was just for your own selfish. Oh, I got to get something out this too.
She get in jail, though. She get in jail for at least 30 years. And she already, in her 40s at least?
Yeah, 40s, 50s. Yeah. I mean, that shit was just wild. What jail is Alton in? Like, really, bruh? Really?
That nigga response was funny as hell. He like, you look at her like,
are you fucking serious?
You fucking serious right now?
I mean, I shot him twice and dumped the body.
Yeah. You fucking cunt. Like,
that's what he really wanted to say.
No, facts, dog. Like, fuck you talking about? I'm trying to be free right now. My fucking chest is on fire. Like, nigga, like.
Son done burnt my shit up.
Come on now. Like,
cooking his ass up, literally cooking him, and his homeboy was just fed up. He fed up with the whole. He's fed up with the whole operation. He was fed up, but he understood that Teddy had made promises. That's why That's why he agreed to it. He's like, "Yo, once we, then you'll get the case because I gotta trust you because I trusted him and I couldn't trust his ass. So what you want to do?"
But think about the day Sissy had. You see what I'm saying? The Sissy chose to ride with Franklin. She chose to. That tipping point was being disrespected this last time from this fucking man, and you killed my nigga. Like, see what I'm saying?
But she inserted herself in this life too.
I get it, Mike. But okay, look at the day she had. Like, look at her day. Just look at Sissy's day. You know what I'm saying? Your son done walk away. You have a little spark of hope that your husband's alive, but he's really not. The nigga was toying with you, but he's been playing with y'all, everybody, this whole fucking family, and kills your husband. Like. I get it. She's not worried about the money because fuck Franklin at this point. And that day that she's having is fuck Franklin. He done chose his side. So you know what? Let me blow this whole shit up and get what I really want. It's to see this nigga dead. These niggas don't want to do it. I'm going to do it my fucking self. I'm going to protect everybody.
Now that I hear y'all speaking on it,
she done lost her brother.
It does make sense because in reality, there are a lot of hypocritical people. Mm-hmm. And when you look at Alton's character, yeah, he was cool with it too. But then when he was working, he was working in the home, and then the dude died who had the daughter who he kept leaving the baby. Mm-hmm. He found him dead on the side due to what? The shit that Franklin was selling. Okay, his mental started to change. Yeah. And I was upset with Alton's character too. Like, bro, but that's a reality. There's a lot of hypocritical people in the world. And with Sissy, same thing. You had the business flourishing. You even agreed with the whole library situation, how that shit went down. Yeah. Remember when he did them old people dirty? Mm-hmm. But she was cool with that. They needed the property. They had to move. That was
filthy how they did them.
Yeah, it was filthy. But now she's starting to see how. So I guess in essence, they wrote it the right way because there is a lot of hypocritical people.
Yeah, but you also have to understand this is two parents that will go to bat for their child. Granted, their child was the breadwinner, a smart individual to create a dynasty, a whole.
That's why I say also, going back, he didn't want to be the flashy drunk.
He never has, and that was his character. But then the money came. He lost his father. He knows. Then they took everything from him. You see what I'm saying?
He never gave a fuck about all. He said it. He didn't give a fuck about.
I get it, but that was an ego thing because he was hurt after his father. You see what I'm saying? That you don't.
There was some moments you could tell. You could look at Franklin and be like, he was upset that his father got killed.
Yeah. And there was moments where he knew Teddy did it. He wanted to find out. So a person who truly doesn't give a fuck, you're not going to go through those rings of did you do it or not.
He never asked because he said it.
But he set it up in the questions.
He said it in the last season, like, bro, like.
He set his questions up in a way to basically have him tell on himself without fucking up the business because at this point, he's money driven. The whole thing is about the money. Now, even my daddy gone, I only care about the money. You see what I'm saying?
That's his only way out.
That's the only way.
I mean, he was desperate like a motherfucker. This nigga was tapped out.
Yeah.
He had a lot of money gone for properties and businesses that needs a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
It's no different from somebody could be down to the last $100. Equity wise, that $100 can hold the same weight as his 73 million. Yeah, we looking at it like 73 M's, but we don't know what that 73 M's was funding. You see what I'm saying? Like on top of wanting to have the certain lifestyle that he wanted for his family and for Veronique and their child and shit. So that's why I speak to the other side of when you really break down Franklin's character, like, yes, he had to do some shit. I always say this about Franklin, bro. If you look at the land, like all 6 seasons, yes, he was a drug dealer. We understand that. He did put poison in his community. Understand that. But in terms of the confines of the game, was he ever really a dirty nigga? No. Like when Louis calls him a devil, and I think he honestly saying that to like, you know what? Yeah, I was.
Yeah, in your story.
I'm the devil. Exactly. Yeah. In your story, I am the devil.
We talk about strictly the confines of the game. Franklin was completely solid.
I think he was a solid nigga.
He was completely solid within the game, but in the layers of life, he was wrong in a lot of shit too. But I get what you're saying as far as like the game that all of them agreed to play. He was the most solid. I can't take that from him. But it's more than just that when we talk about the whole landscape of everything. And I think that's what the show was about. Like, it's not just about the drug game. It's about the layers that come
with it.
With everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
It's not going to be no sweet ending.
It never is. It never is.
Yeah, it never is.
It never is. So it's like,
I just think that shit could have been ended. Like, even when, and I hate to bring this show up, but, that's what it became compared to. Like, The Wire, like, just think about the last scenes in The Wire from season 5. Like, just think about those last couple episodes in terms of everybody's character. Like, Avon. We never saw Avon get released. Mm-mm. On top of that, Marlo walked away with $10 million. He sold a Connect, right? But that thing in him,
he couldn't let go.
No,
the respect was way more valuable than any money he ever touched. Because he went back on that corner and nobody knew who he was. Who the fuck he was. But just a few seasons ago, niggas was scared to stand on them corners if they knew Marlo was around. But now he done put on these suits and he with these white people. They don't know who the fuck Marlo is now.
And guess what?
But essentially he won because that's what you want. You don't want nobody to know who you were when you was just...
And you walked away with 10 M's.
And you just hide niggas in vacants. Like, let's be real.
Yeah. You won. But... Inside of him, he felt like he lost.
Because he the real devil.
Exactly.
He the real devil.
Exactly.
But it's like he had
But guess
power.
what, though? You know what made that show so special? Because guess what? Marlo ended up being what Stringer wanted to be.
Mm-hmm. Marlo ended up being what Stringer wanted to be. King Charles, he ended up winning like just because he survived everything. He's still, at the end, he had the Greek plug. We don't see Avon get released, but essentially Avon's still alive. So it's like even though he not in the physical world, but he's still he's still there. We don't know what happens to him, but we just know he's not dead.
Chris and
Chris
and Weebay, both killers from 2 separate organizations beefing.
They got no choice. Up. They got no choice. Yeah,
life, no parole. Dookie ended up being Bubbles. It was just always a flip side for somebody.
Buddy killing Omar. That was a transfer right there. Like, it's just...
Guess who became Omar? Michael.
Yeah.
Omar dead. So who get inserted? It's like everybody who died, they had a character replace them. That's why Marlon ended up being Stringer. Goddamn, Dookie ended up being Bubbles. Goddamn, like it was just a whole.
The game don't change. Just the niggas in it, man.
Yeah, man. So essentially, Marlo is really the devil, bro. This nigga walked away with 10 M's.
That's still not enough, though.
Still wasn't enough for him. He wanted to be.
You about to be a prominent businessman.
Like hearing that conversation on the corner hurt him, because guess who people was talking about? Omar. Because essentially, Omar was solid to them niggas. Mm-hmm. First thing, Marlo had an AK, right?
He was the Robin Hood.
But niggas don't even remember you. Niggas don't care you. Because as soon as you walk in, it's like, you know who I am? Nigga, who the fuck are you? Niggas don't even know you, dog. But that shit burnt him that bad that you had to go back in the corner just to taste that shit. Nigga was tasting his own blood when he got, you know, cut a little bit. I'm like, oh, no, this nigga.
Dog an animal, man.
He's an animal, man. That shit is... But I'm interested to see how Snowfall gonna end, man. Even though that shit pissed me the fuck off, like...
What do y'all think happens to Franklin? Do y'all think he gets to at least keep his life, or what do y'all think happens?
He going to jail.
He going to jail?
I think he's going to jail. It's like, he's running now. He got nothing. He didn't get the transfer done. What is it? What can he do? He's tapped out completely. Veronique about to be sick.
Veronique going back to her mama.
She got no choice. What else she gonna do?
Going back to her mama.
That's. I mean, they gonna have to round this shit up. Like, I mean, we fully invested now, so I ain't got no choice but to watch it. So, man, I was pissed. Y'all can't tell me y'all wasn't pissed when y'all first seen that shit, bro.
Hey, yeah, I'm like, all right, so this is what we
doing. Like, that's how y'all gonna write this shit, bro. Like,
hey, man. I don't know, man. It leaves a lot of questions because, like, you know, unfortunately, John Singleton didn't have nothing to do with this shit from season 3 up to now. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, it kind of makes me wonder, like, if he was still here, would that have gone down? If he was here, would it
probably would. The writing, I think, would have been. Let me give them some credit, because I think a lot of people ran with the fact that just because John died, the show went to complete shit.
No, it didn't.
Season 4 was still elite. 5 had the Tiger episode and shit, but they got when Kane got reintroduced. Mm-hmm. You know, Kevin's brother. I think that's when they got back to his roots. They could have been without the Tiger shit, but season 6 was great. This
was a good season.
This was a great season.
I didn't like this last episode right here.
And I don't feel like you rounded out like that, man. I'm sorry.
That's all I was speaking from. Like, you don't give us all of this just for that. That's where I was coming from. But
like, even when I first seen Omar die back in 2008 on The Wire, mm-hmm. I was like, dog, what the fuck? Like, Kennard killed him? But when you think about it,
I understand it.
That's realistic.
I understood it.
Like, think about Kennard, bro. Kennard didn't give a fuck about Omar. Anytime Omar came around, he was never scared of that man.
I don't even think he left. Like, did he even leave? Like,
when that last scene when he was walking to the grocery store before he killed him, this nigga stayed playing with the cat while everybody else ran off. Anytime Omar came around, he just looked at him with that look like. And then when they had the shootout, when one of the girls had died on the scene, what he's doing? No, I'm Omar. Mm-hmm. Like, so it was just but realistically, that's how them guys like that go out, by somebody you least suspect.
That's how it be.
Because Marlo didn't come, and the message, that was another thing that I always found odd, how the message never got back around to Marlo about coming down to the streets and seeing him. But that's another part of elite writing. Because remember, Chris didn't never want to tell him about that shit.
Chris didn't want him to get into that shit. Mm-hmm. That was bad for business.
Because when he was in that jail, boy, he was hot when he found out about that shit. He said, Omar said, what? Because remember, it was his boy Monk.
Because Chris was like,
Monk was like, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
He was like, what'd he say? He's like, nah, man, you don't need to have that on your mind. He's like, how you know what I need to have on my mind, motherfucker? He's like, let everybody know. I said the Omar, Barksdale, whoever. My name is my name. That nigga did not like having smut on his name, bro. Because think about it. Because remember when Michael was sitting in the back of the car and they had to go do a hit? He's like, yeah, so why we kill him? It's like, oh, yeah, he called Marlo a dick sucker. Mm-hmm. He was like, he can kill for that? He's like, well, Marlo ain't no dick sucker. Marlo know he ain't suck no dick, so what does it matter? He's like, cuz, you asking too many questions. Shit, wow. But
hey,
Marlo...
Chris on Power now, too. That's crazy.
Oh, he's on Power? Mm-hmm. Okay, shout out to him. I remember I saw him recently. Like, he be doing humanitarian work. Mm-hmm. Shout out to dog. He be doing this thing, but And, you know, his regular voice is completely different from what he was on.
He talking his regular voice on Power too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Shout out to him. He got a significant role, or is just like
he like a boss on that shit right now. Like,
all right, that's what's up. Because I remember when people was tagging him when they saw a video of him like celebrating some shit, and then you know everybody was saying like 50 Cent and shit. So I don't know. No, when 50 saw that shit, he hit him up for a role.
At least for this season right here, he's a boss.
That's what's up. Salute to him. Dog is a great actor.
Yeah, he is. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he definitely bodied that Chris role. I'll say that. When I first heard him talk, I'm like, oh yeah, like that nigga really get into character mode for real. So salute to him. How old is he?
I don't know, probably late 40s.
He still got his hair?
No, he bald.
Okay. So he got a boss role. How you been feeling about Power so far? Because you know a lot of people talking about that on the TL.
I like Power. I like this season. This season good so far. This good season good.
Drew, you be watching it too?
Yeah, I haven't seen the last episode.
Okay.
It's just these fucking lawyers and these fucking.
Yeah, that's my only gripe. Like for Sax to still be alive,
and this motherfucker's still alive, bro.
For Sax to still
he
be
still
alive,
ain't lose his job.
He worked with Davis now, Method Man. So like he not an agent no more, but he's a lawyer now.
Okay.
So like, but he still be teetering the line trying to do
slick shit,
and I'd be like, bro,
so
like this nigga needs to go. Like,
yeah, see, like the good thing about Snowfall and the comparisons to Power is, I feel like it was a lot more street presence of what like the ins and the outs of like the everydays with Snowfalls of like how transitions and everything's happening. Yeah, you got Teddy and Teddy's dirty works working with, you know, FBI and doing all that other shit. But Power's very driven on drugs and the other side of the drugs. You see what I'm saying? And that's my only gripe with it.
What I like about Power, which I always liked about Power, it really showed everybody playing a game for their own motive.
Oh, for sure.
For their own motive. Everybody.
And everybody's willing to get their hands dirty.
Everybody's willing to get their hands dirty. And my thing about it is like the way they write it is like they know that they're getting their hand dirty. So it's no, let me do this now. No, like we know we playing a game. We know we playing a game. So that's just what it is.
This is third season of Tariq shit?
Yeah.
How many seasons y'all think it's gonna have?
I have no idea. The dynamic of
I don't even know. Who knows what happens? And then they have another spinoff of this shit. Like, who knows? Like,
this shit is really stay tuned to your next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
That's how I play it now. Like, I don't know what the hell going on at this point. Like, I just know it's going.
It's just going.
It's going. Like,
and that's the thing. Like, you really can't. Just when you think you know, some wild shit happens. You know, Monet wild ass.
Yeah.
Smoking the police.
I was about to say something, but I just realized you didn't see this
okay, I haven't seen the newest episode. But yeah. And I meant to watch it last night, but I'm fucking tired, bro.
Yeah, I feel you.
This nigga is tired.
Yeah. You watch that shit when you can. That's all.
Yeah, I'll watch it today. But man, not to spend too much time on it, but it is something that it's a lot of angles that they're working on this show for season 3 to really. It's hard to negate what direction it's going to go in. Like, it's really hard.
You're going to definitely be confused when you watch this shit. You'll be like,
bet.
bro, what?
And I also can see somebody getting a spinoff on their own shit. Like, Effie, I can see her getting her own spinoff, like she leaving Tariq.
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
Well, there it is.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying, Mike? It's just
I don't know.
50 doing his thing.
Yeah.
Man. Big up 50.
Snowfall going to have a spinoff of Wanda.
Okay.
Yeah, become like a record label executive.
Damn, that's what's up.
That'd be fine.
I'm
going to watch that.
You know, focus around South Central LA music scene, poster crack, you know, all that shit.
So basic gangster rap.
Yep, gangster rap, surrounding gangster rap.
I'm going to watch. That's going to be fine. You know, I don't want to get on with Martin, but I always thought they should have did that with Pam, because Pam was going to do an A&R when she on season 5. She was A&R. I thought they should have did that. They should have did that, like, but they didn't.
I definitely would have watched that shit. Yeah. That would have been real dope to see, actually. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, supporters, I want to introduce a new segment because this shit is getting out of hand now.
Uh-oh.
So we have a new, we're going to have a new segment, and every time this shit happens, we're going to bring it up. It's called TTWH. Trying to rewrite history.
Oh, okay. Let's get
That's what we're going to call it.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Actually, my bad. I got the letters wrong. It's TTRH.
Right.
Trying to rewrite history. So, We definitely discussed this before. So with the inauguration, we have Cassidy. So Cassidy was on a No Jumper interview. And I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip, man. I feel like it's gonna be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, he was on No Jumper? That's crazy.
I don't know if exactly on No Jumper, but they posted the clip.
Right.
But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this shit. So let me go ahead.
I think I inspired Lil Wayne to get the type of Wayne that we got now. Okay. Like, I used to love Wayne before I came out or got with him, but he used to rap different. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I came out, a lot of niggas used to rap different. So if you're not like older and you wasn't around, you might not be familiar with what happened. But I like shifted the culture. I changed shit up when I came out with this style of punching and being competitive and battle rapping on beat. So like I made it like mandatory where you had to say something. And once I came out with that style, a lot of niggas started to change. And so did Wayne. So you started getting all them Carter projects and you started blacking out and really rapping.
He was blacking out.
Yeah. But, you know, before that, he was still a star and had dope-ass records, but he wasn't rapping. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't piecing up them syllables like that. He wasn't coming with all these metaphors and similes and trying to punch and say creative shit back to back. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see no lies.
Drew.
This is why it's gonna be an interesting conversation.
My brother.
I see no lies.
So present your case as to why you don't see no lies, Drew.
It's fucking Cassidy. What the fuck y'all mean? Y'all know I fuck with Cass, so whatever Cass say.
Yeah, but you gotta be objective too.
Nah.
Oh, so you biased?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I'm just fucking with y'all niggas, man. But Cass is, you know, I won't say like Cass is. It might be some truth into that shit, but Wayne has been Wayne for a very long time. Like,
I see a lot of people being very
dense
in my quotes as regards to what. So no, it's not 05 to 07 Wayne, but Wayne started having the transition to being metaphorically great, the punchlines, the wordplay, 2001. 2002, the Squad Up mixtape series, when you heard him rapping over Renegade, well, that was on Prefix. Well, you had Squad Up and Prefix and all that. I mean, and the suffix and all that shit. Well, it was a Prefix first. Prefix came out like 0102. Squad Up mixtape started 2000, 0102. You know him, the freestyle that I posted him on Rap City. Bro, that's all witty wordplay and punchlines within that.
That wasn't wobbly.
That wasn't wobbly Lil Wayne. That's the thing that kills me. Like, y'all purposely being dense. Like, Lights Out and The Block Is Hot. Yeah, we had all that. And yes, he was a good rapper, but the transition started in 2001. And you hear it on the Squad Up mixtapes. You hear it on the BET freestyles. You hear it on the Prefix. Like, yes. And of course, through time, like everybody, I see somebody say, yeah, as you get older in a rap, yes, your flow does start to progress. Yes, wordplay. So it was all just a growth point. But to say that he inspired him when you, my nigga, Split Personality came out. First of all, you got signed in 02. Wayne, Squad Up and mixtape and all that shit been out since 01. And you hear the change in Wayne around that time. That's when it started. Your first single came out in 03. Your first album came out in 04. I'm a Hustler wasn't until 05, and you had 6 minutes with you, Fab, and him on that album. Like before then, you was just running around. You was just doing rap battles around your city and shit like that. You wasn't buzzing until 03.
I mean, that's the thing. If he's all right. Now, how have you ever really fucked with Cass, respectfully?
Yes, I was a Cass fan.
All right, okay. Mm-hmm. So knowing that, I mean, I don't know.
I have had every single Cass mixtape.
If Cass is all right, during the times of Cass underground scenes, which he really was spent a lot of time underground, and even after his hit single or hits one few singles.
Hotel wasn't like no that doesn't define Cassidy.
Right. But
that's not what I'm saying at all.
I mean, when you look at like mixtapes or like his battle rap and really underground scenes now, was Wayne at some of them shit? I feel like I've seen throughout time, young Wayne there and in the battle rap scene, not saying he's actually battle rapping, but to say like he's completely wrong, I'm not gonna say that he's completely wrong. I mean,
think he is. Even
the niggas.
Go ahead.
The niggas punchlines and all that shit. How he delivers his fucking music has always been Cass. Like that's where I feel like people, when it came to mainstream, they stepped away from Cass. Like they lost the shit because he would spit so much shit. Mm-hmm. Now, what
that was kind of like his gift and curse.
100%.
Right.
Like he just did too much that it wasn't needed. You know what I mean? But Cass
He's a rapper. He's
100%,
a rapper. Yeah.
100%. So I'm not gonna say. I said in those lines that he said, I can see some truth in, but I also see some lies. You know what I mean? And that's all I said on that.
Bro, listen. Even when I was breaking down the one scheme that he had on the Best of Me freestyle, if anybody else would have said that, they would have been like, bro, like this is shit that he talking about. Like my nigga, he basically had a sports reference in mix with just counting down.
Yeah, it was a countdown scheme, a sports scheme,
and a car scheme all in one. Counting down with numbers that match the player jersey
and the rims.
Like, come on, bro. So
what's the problem here? Because if he's only saying that he feels like he helped improve Lil Wayne's rapping,
he was doing it before you, my nigga.
But I mean,
I think that's the point, Drew. Like he was doing that before Cassidy even was.
But that's who knows where Wayne's punchlines came from. It might have came from Cass. We don't know.
So,
when you have proof of him having that wordplay in those bars before, and see, I want to say this. See, these raps, because we've been on this. There's been this trend lately of trying to rewrite shit with Wayne. Fuck rap, him. Period. It's been this trend lately. So when you say, "Oh yeah, I think they're saying that with this notion of basically you trying to say you like people always want to say Gilly wrote for this nigga, a lie. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a lie. Gilly has always said, yeah, I helped him with his style. I never wrote for that man, but people still say, oh, I wrote for this man. You didn't write for him. And then now you have Cassidy come out. It just seems to be this trend lately of discrediting Wayne. That's what I've been seeing over the last. Seemed like it's been heightened over the last 6 months.
I wouldn't take it as him discrediting him at all. I mean, if somebody's gonna say, hey, like if somebody says, hey man, I showed Drew how to clean up mouth spit and shit like that, and I do that shit all the time.
What if you have evidence of you doing that before then, though? That's my thing.
My dog, I might have been doing something good, but somebody showed me a better way of doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's something that's sharp. Iron sharpens iron. Where does that context come from? You see what I'm saying? I do something good. There's somebody out there who do something better than me. You know what I mean? The punchline shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sit there and deep dive into some shit or take this shit as a personal gripe against what Cass is saying that he's dissing Wayne. I don't feel that way. I just feel like if somebody says iron sharpening iron, then I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like if he feels that way. You know what I mean?
My thing, Drew.
I mean, if they even with the whole, if you want to even look at Meek Mill shit, because when Cass and Meek Mill was having their whole little tobacco and shit like that, Meek used to be around Cass all the fucking time. Mm-hmm. A lot of young rappers used to be around Cass a lot. You see what I'm saying? As young children.
My thing is this, bro. Like because he's saying like people who were there, like who weren't around or even in tune with what was going on. Everybody in this room was. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, that's where the lies come, because it's like, bro, this was never a thing. And like
that'd be my thing.
With the Gilly thing, we know that Gilly was with him. We've seen it. Wayne first video for with Manny Fresh, he wearing an MF chain. Like he was there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if Gilly saying like, you know, yeah, I helped him with that, like you can hear it too. So it's like I can't argue that. With this, it's like, you know, I was heavy on the mixtapes, I was heavy on the DVDs back then. This was never a point, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like I don't know. With this one, it's just kind of like I don't know, like where it's coming from. That'd be my thing. And another thing, this is why I think will solve a lot of this. Mm-hmm. Wayne don't talk about nothing. If Wayne actually had like a Budden interview or a Rap Caviar interview, and he actually broke down like a lot of his influences, inspirations,
he would say them.
A lot of this shit would be put to bed. Like that's just.
And here's the thing: Wayne has interviews, but they like magazine interviews. Yeah, so like Wayne talks. Everybody know one of his biggest inspiration is Hove. Mm-hmm. Everybody know that. Then Mickey from the 08 XXL article, when he talked about Mickey, like the nigga from the Shy.
Mickey Facts.
Yeah, because he was like, yeah, you know the nigga from the Shy. Kanye talking. Yeah, him. So it's like. Everybody, I just feel like it's a certain tone around Wayne as to basically say he's not what y'all think he is. We've seen that recently.
I be having that. It be that.
It's like y'all not who that man think
that,
he is.
But I see what Drew be saying too. But I get it as a Wayne fan. I get that it be that tone around the statement is like
it's basically like the Fred Joe Star shit.
Michael
Jordan cut his hair because of us.
Man,
like that's the vibe I get when I hear these niggas say this shit
in the late 80s. That's why he cut his hair.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So Drew, like when I've been hearing Wayne in 01, like, oh shit, this ain't wobbly Wayne no more. Like this shit getting different.
Listen, when I was first introduced to Squad Up Prefix, it was on some, hey, that nigga like
he different now. He different now.
Different on this. I'm like, for real. So I'm listening to Ether Freestyle. This is not flossing season Lil Wayne. This is not bling bling Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? That's just not it. So, and this is before I even heard of Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. Like that's just what I'm trying to get to. So if Wayne was actually sit down with one of these like prominent podcasters or interviewers and really do like a real interview, I feel like a lot of this shit will be like kind of like, all right.
But people are just trying to highlight one particular area. 05, 07. Everybody know 05 and 07 Wayne's the Wayne that everybody love. Yeah, as you progress as a rapper, you expand. But he was still rapping elite. Starting around 01, 02.
The Carter, that was more like a everything that you heard up to now, this is the accumulation of all of that.
That's
so
it,
it's
really.
Like,
yeah.
We already knew what it was.
We had the mixtapes.
We already knew what it was by the time the first Carter came out. We already knew what it was. Mm-hmm. By the time we get to Carter 2, when he's standing in front of that Phantom, it's different. It's completely different now. Now it's, I'm the best rapper alive.
He's just putting a stamp on it.
I'm just putting a stamp on this shit now.
The only person I know that Wayne gave credit as far as his inspiration is Hove. He's always said that. Like, but from a competitive nature, like, yeah, he made me want to step my bars up. Why you think he was rapping over his beats? He rapped over Renegade. He rapped over Best of Me. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, he rapped over I think he rapped over Encore, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
He did.
I think he rapped over Allure, too. I could be wrong, but I think that was on the prefix. But it's like, when you hear him rapping over certain beats, it was mainly, like, certain guys. And he was doing it for a reason. He knew what he was doing. But then when I heard the cast, I'm like, bro, that just wants to speak more to the narrative of trying to dumb him down in the sense of, oh, this nigga is not who y'all think he is, bro.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe Cassidy, I don't know.
We live in a clickbait world.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Certain shit is going to make people feel a kind of way to click on the shit. That's the whole identity of the shit. The shit, to me, again, listening to it, I didn't feel like he was trying to dummy him down in the sense of like nigga, I created fucking Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
I don't feel like he's saying that.
But that's what niggas on the timeline have been like, oh, what Cassidy.
Yeah, but I still think he told a lie though, because there's punchlines on those mixtapes. He's specifically speaking of punchlines. There's punchlines on those mixtapes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'm not saying that there wasn't any. I'm again saying that to say this is the punchline king. This nigga literally goes to bat. This is his fucking all since he came out. This is all he's been doing is spitting punchlines. Mm-hmm. Then when it comes to that specific thing and that category, to say that he sat down with Cass or Cass was around him or he was around Cass, however the fuck is whatever. Mm-hmm. If it sharpened this nigga's skills, it sharpens his skills. Again, I'm not saying the nigga was whack or he couldn't do the shit prior to Cass, but it might have had some influence.
We can make that claim for a lot of rappers, though.
But if he never clarifies it or says, "Hey, this is
Wayne don't
Cap,"
talk like that. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Then we can only speculate on the shit. You know what I mean?
Until then, we only got one side
of it.
Everybody who was around him, everybody who interacted with him. So
and Wayne doesn't give a fuck because he's established and he does have whatever.
And he just be in his own.
He be in his own world.
So
and
it's like he don't.
Yeah, and if it definitely comes out that he feels like, damn, like nigga, it's enough of this shit. Let me go ahead and air this shit out to like, nigga, you did this, no, you didn't. You did this, no, you didn't. Then that time comes. But a one-sided story, I'm not jumping out the gate for to be like, hey, bro, like. I wasn't in the fucking room, but I know from this time to this time that you was doing this. But between those times and that time, I don't know what that every day looked like. Right. You might have been in Philly chilling with Cass.
Even when I fast forward to the 6-minute record with him, Fab, and Wayne, it's like none of them sound alike at all.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when to me personally, you know, when a rapper be like, you know, I influence another rapper, it'd be like, you know, the sound kind of play a part to me. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like the style, like so your style and your sound is different. So your style is how you ride the beat, how you deliver. You know what I'm saying? Like your sound is, you know, the beats that you might choose. Like, you know, your overall, like if you have an album, it might stick to a certain aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? So it don't match up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've been like, I don't know what Cassidy really was trying to get at, but I don't feel like he was disrespecting them. But when you have this, you got this, and then you got who was just speaking on Wayne like before this.
It was just everybody having that 50
It was like
Wayne shit.
all right. Then you had all of that, and it's like the conversations around it, like the certain comments that be
They
around
be
it,
dumbing down his impact.
It's like y'all be trying to dumb down, bro, impact, and it's like, bro, like,
and his skills.
Y'all can't do, and it's like, bro, we not about to do that, bro. Nah.
Like we all know what was going on. Like I was,
like that'd be my thing, because they'll try to mask it as people will say things and they'll be like, well, you know, if you was around back then, well, nigga, I was around back then. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, I remember having to, you know, download these tapes on my Sony Ericsson phone.
and they trying to make it seem like the Wayne fans be the one bringing this up. No, it be the 50 fans.
We don't be giving a fuck
or somebody.
about
We don't be giving a fuck about that shit. So I was having a little back and forth with Dave. Dave's a 50 fan, and he used to like Wayne. So somebody had made a comment. He was like, "Oh, because remember they was talking about like the dude Banksy when he was talking about like the nobody playing Fireman and shit." Remember
crazy.
that tweet?
Yeah.
So that's a lie off rip, number one. So then somebody was like, oh, so you telling me y'all still playing AO technology? So I quoted, and I'm like, they going to say yeah to fit their narrative. So then he quote me saying, oh, so you still playing Prom Queen? I'm like, no, that's a bad song. I'm a realist. But y'all act like 50 don't got no bad songs. That's the thing. That's what it is. And at the end of the day, I don't care who you like. It's never about who you like. I don't care.
I like 50.
Yes,
50.
I don't care if you think French Montana the GOAT. But you don't have to tell lies about these niggas' career. Like, I was there, bro. Like, everything he put out wasn't fire. And I'm not saying everything went put up. But they both have more great than bad songs. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to sit all you in, you know, the because like I said, it's all hypothetical at the end of the day.
My thing is this. When these type of conversations come up, it's always the bad songs that be placed up. And I'll be like, bro, that's low-hanging fruit.
Talk about the great songs.
Let's compare the great songs to the great songs, and we'll go from there.
Because you can have an honest conversation with that.
Because when Banksy, you still playing Prom Queen, now you're just trying to talk in circles. You're not trying to really talk about the real shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you just trying to get a point off. That's why you quote the tweet for one. You ain't just tweeting me straight up. Like, now you trying to be funny.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. But, you know.
And like all in all, when me and Dave was having a back and forth, like it didn't go left or nothing like that.
No, for real.
So it's like, it's just, but keep the truth where the truth is at. I don't care who y'all like. That's never been my thing. I've never been that type of person. I'm never gonna debate you about who you like. But if you was to sit up here and nobody was listening to Hove in 03 when 50 dropped. That's a lie. Niggas are still listening to Hove in 03 when 50 dropped.
If Fireman pop up on my shuffle, I'm bumping Fireman.
Yes, niggas are still playing Fireman. That's why that tweet had a whole bunch of quotes on it. I'm like, okay, bro, like y'all lying now. I'm like, niggas still play Fireman, bro. That's a fire record. That was one of the leading singles off Carter too. Like, so what are we doing? So at the end of the day, my whole thing just be like, y'all can have all the discussions you want. Just keep the truth where the truth is at. Don't lie.
Saying niggas not bumping Fireman no more is crazy. Like, that's crazy.
Because y'all, when it come to y'all rappers, y'all make sure y'all tell the whole story about y'all favorite rappers. That'd be my thing. When it come to y'all favorite rappers, y'all want to tell the truth. But when it comes to somebody you don't like no more,
it's the truth,
you want change. You want to change shit up.
And that'd be my thing. Let's be a realist. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of the top rappers right now, but I wouldn't negate the truth about them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why they the top artists. There's a reason why they move how they move. But it's like, you know, your personal opinion is different from the truth.
Facts.
That's just what it comes down to. And, you know, I think that's what, when it comes to music debates, sports debates, just debates in general, like, I think that's what it is. Like, You know, a good debate is about separating the truth from opinion.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day,
let's debate the truth.
If you like somebody, you like somebody. I'm not here to debate about what you like.
Because at the end, like when we was texting about Cassidy, I was saying, he was like, "Yeah, we all were Cassidy fans." You dig? Like I
definitely was a big Cassidy
in having this
fan.
conversation,
Facts.
I've not yet downplayed anything Cassidy has contributed. You know what I'm saying? Because
but
I would
see,
be lying.
That would exactly.
I would be lying then because Cassidy was one of them guys. Big business verse. That's one of my favorite verses of all time. Mm-hmm. Even my doghouse got a backyard. They was talking crazy on that verse. Mm-hmm. I would never try to be like, oh, he ain't contribute.
He wasn't nice like that.
He wasn't nice like that. And that's a lie. I'd be lying then.
Cassidy, one of the greatest, just like pure rappers ever.
Exactly, he is.
Just pure rappers.
That's just what it comes down to. That's a fact. Like him being such a rapper was his Achilles heel. He couldn't shake the. He was such a rapper that he wasn't the best artist he could have been.
Yeah.
That's just what that
because he's not known for a lot of great songs.
Exactly.
Some rappers are elite rappers and they got elite songs to match. Like Cassidy, he was like, I'm gonna bar you to fucking death. He had a couple of hits here and there, but it ain't too many. He had the hotel.
Especially back in that era, you needed hits to keep you going. You know,
like the biggest hit that he had that kind of kept him in his pocket was "I'm a Hustler," because it was a dope beat for one, but then he was barring you to death on that shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you know, I get it. I get it,
man. Yeah, we gotta keep that segment going. I like that segment, man. We can keep that. That can apply to all ranges of life, man. For real, honestly, for sure.
I mean, I'm interested to see who's gonna be next.
Yeah, we'll have a few contestants this week, as always. You know, it is what it is, man.
I mean, who do you think would be the next one?
I think this week we might have a sports contest. Somebody in the sports realm. Should do that be every week, damn near for sure. Anyway, so you never know, man.
I mean, I put it to you like this: when it comes to these conversations, that's why I feel like we're in the era now of everybody trying to say I started something or I did this. Mm-hmm. That's like with the Virgil Star shit. Like it's funny as hell, but no, Styles
P say they started white tees.
Then Virgil, Michael Jordan cut his hair because of us.
Nigga,
like
Michael Jordan cut his hair before y'all even got signed. That man cut his hair like 88, 89. My MJ was going bald like season 3.
Yeah, facts. Mike went bald very early.
He went bald quick.
Like I think it might have been 86, 87 season.
He went bald the first slam dunk competition.
Like, come on, bro. Like that's how I look at it, bro. Like it's just
Onyx was 92, 93?
92. Slam Camp 92, Drew? 93? Something like that. I think it
was like 93. Had to be like 92, 93.
Yeah, Michael was already he was on his third championship.
That's what I'm saying.
He was going on his third chip, bro.
Like he was known for the baldy back then.
Yeah,
like that, and that's nothing but clickbait. Like to get niggas in a aroused to be like, what this nigga talking about? Yeah. And now I click on it. Now you get.
But now you gotta watch the whole interview now. You gotta watch the whole interview because I want to see what else he lying about or what he potentially lying about.
See what I'm saying?
That's the form.
That's the play.
That's the form. Because I ain't gonna lie. I want to go watch that whole Cassidy interview now. Like I want to see exactly what he's talking about now. Honestly.
Yeah. But Cass, Cass, honestly, man, throughout the years he's done, like even in the Meat Mill shit, he ran it up. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like him, Jag, a lot of niggas started just going crazy at this nigga. Yeah. You know what I mean? Of course, the nigga didn't go back at it because it's bar for bar. You don't want to see that, man. But, it's to stay relevant and do certain things, you got to put that shit into the category also of like, yo, what has Cass been up to? You know what I mean? Yeah. And saying clickbait stuff will get you, views, get people to check out your shit. Have people.
That's the formula.
Yeah, and I ain't mad at it. But also, be respectful in the same light of what you're trying to say. You know what I mean? If niggas pull out receipts now, you're gonna be looking crazy.
That's my thing. Yeah. That's why I say let's debate the truth and not opinion. Like that's what it be.
Too much shit is documented.
Mm-hmm. That's all it be, man.
Yeah, but niggas don't do the homework, man. They just click.
I had to mute that. I had to mute that tweet anyway. That shit was going crazy. But it's like, man, you can't. People love fighting the truth for some reason, bro.
Because it's easier.
That's exactly.
How though? Because if you just accept shit for what it is, it's nothing else from that. Like, okay, Jordan undefeated in the finals. Okay, that's it. LeBron been to 10 finals. Okay, you know, you get what I'm trying to say. Blueprint might be Jay-Z's best album. Okay, you know what I'm saying. He made the Call of Wayne. Okay, that is what it is.
It is what it is.
Who really gets hurt from just accepting the truth though? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to shit like
bias,
that, at least.
Man, it's that bias. It's that fucking bias.
I don't think. I mean, because we all bias to a certain degree, but like,
yeah, but
the truth is the truth.
The truth is going to outweigh that bias.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting to. Like the truth outweighs your bias, bro. Because at the end of the day, now you're just talking to yourself.
Mario Chalmers saying nobody feel LeBron. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
We gonna talk about it later, but I'm gonna bring it up in comparison. Like Ben Roethlisberger saying nobody feels Lamar Jackson in the pocket. That's a lie.
And he actually had better numbers than you in the pocket.
So
now
he's won games with his arm in the pocket. It's a lie. Like
it's a lie.
It's like, bro, it's just too many. Like it's a lot of lies.
That's not just lie. That's hating. I think he's hating.
It's both.
Yeah.
It's both. It's hating and it's lies. And it's I think 2023 has really been the year of egregious lies.
We're only 4 months in now.
Exactly. It's gonna be more to come. And as time goes on, as more of these people start to exit out their craft,
right,
it's going to be a lot of rewriting history. And that's why I always tell certain fan bases, watch how y'all talk about certain players or certain artists, because when your artists start exiting out the game or your favorite athletes start exiting out the game, it's going to be a group of people coming behind them saying, hey,
crazy shit being said about them. Yeah.
Bron ain't never had to face this. Bron ain't never did that.
That's a lie.
Or Hov never had to do. It's a lie, bro. We had documentation. It's a lie. But in the moment, you ain't thinking about that because you hating and you telling lies. So just be careful about how y'all talk about certain shit, bro, because y'all gonna experience that same shit for y'all favorite athletes and y'all favorite rappers. And even athletes, like, bro, like y'all act like we wasn't there to watch. We was watching these games on CBS, Fox, ESPN. What y'all talking about?
Yeah.
And just because y'all play the game don't make y'all right. And Mario Chalmers and Ben Roethlisberger ain't the only example. There's plenty more. But we'll get into that later.
That'd be the funny shit to me. Like, I respect niggas who actually was playing the sport, but it's like, bro, like, come on now. Mario was wrong for saying that. Ben was too. You saw that shit, Drew? What Ben was talking about?
I don't fuck with Big Man. Y'all know that.
Yeah, I don't fuck with him neither. But I just thought it was interesting how he really was speaking so confidently on that, though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Why he ain't in jail yet? That's my biggest question. They need to do a documentary on that fucking predator.
Facts. He need a documentary. He was tied up with Trump and all. Like, nigga, come on, bro. Lock him up. Now.
Dog, listen. Like I said, we gonna get into that later. But we have some new music that came out recently. I spoke on a little bit last week, but I want to give JD and Currency more of their props, bro, because that album, I still spin that album. That album is amazing, bro.
I'm fine.
Yeah, that shit real fire, bro. So salute to them. Nicki and Ice Spice collaborated on a track. They did their thing on that, and she just signed Ice Spice to her new label.
Oh, she signed Ice Spice.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see how that turns out.
Might be the tool she needs.
Yeah,
might be.
So she's stepping into that, that role. So we definitely gonna see how that's gonna play out.
That's a major move, right there. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
But shout out to them. They both did their thing on that track. And Nicki has been on a streak, man. She been on a little streak lately, man. She has been on a little streak, bro. Like she's been killing her verses, songs she's been putting out. Like I think she's really been more so focused on the rapping aspect. I could tell that she's been staying sharp or been getting more sharp. Like with her wordplay, the way she been rhyming. Because you already know how I felt about Red Ruby the Sleeves. Like she killed that shit. She had the bars all up in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I ain't get to see the video yet. But niggas been going crazy over the video.
Yeah, I saw niggas going wild over that video. But you know how that goes. Yeah.
The shit just, I don't know, man. I think Ice Spice, if she continues to ride this momentum, man, she'll be real dope. I think she'll be real dope. Like it's been a lot of Lola Brooke. Shout out to Lola Brooke. She's been doing her thing. I like a few of her tracks.
I need to hear something more from her.
Yeah, Meg been popping back out. I don't know if she's gonna be. Obviously, she's been in the gym working. That's evident.
She looking slim.
Yeah, she's looking very slim, my nigga. She's looking slim. But she still got that nice thickness to her. But I don't know if she's gonna be dropping with some music soon. But yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see. What y'all think about this AI shit?
It's out of hand.
Like, bro, they got Kanye and Drake rapping over what was that?
Rapping over WAP.
WAP, yeah. I'm like, oh shit. I think this could easily get handled if they start copyrighting. You can copyright your voice, right?
You have. I think it's got to be some improvisation for that.
Yeah, I don't think that shit is gonna take off like that.
Yeah, I saw that shit, man. And
that shit sounded egregious, bro.
But it's also they trying to say like they trying to put some kind of laws or some shit into place to this shit because I guess it's fucking with streams, or it's like it's basically giving streams to the song that's not really, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not actually them boys on the song. So, but it's
the WAP song will still get streams from that being played, basically.
Because it's the original song, but it's just overlaying the AI on top of it. So Drake, or you can put that shit on your anybody's old song or something like that, and run that shit up and say, "Oh yeah, Drake and them boys on this shit."
Right. I just feel like the whole thing is just weird to me. Like like hearing that was crazy because like damn, like this sounds just like them niggas, but it's not them at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how far are we gonna take this?
It's already here.
But I'm saying, like, how far are we really going to do this? Because, they got the videos now where they got the deep fakes of people. They got the pictures that look damn near like. I saw they did like a Freaknik photo spread, but it was all AI. So it's like, bro, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and they had that Donald Trump shit too, when like he was
the
like
Donald Trump shit from a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, when they were saying he got arrested, and they were showing. Them shit look real.
Them shit look real as fuck.
But I saw like the Freaknik photos, bro. All them shit look like vintage photos. Like, I'm just like, all right, so.
But see, you gotta think like, for this technology to get this advanced, it's been a lot of trials and errors.
It was a lot of trials and errors over the last few years.
Placing people in places that they might have not been there.
I just think back to a lot of shit that been going on throughout the years. Like, remember when they did that, what was that app that they had a few years ago? I think it was like 2018, 2017, where we was the Faceism app or some shit like that.
Face swap or some shit like that.
Face swap. Remember they were saying how like we shouldn't have been putting our face on that app. And
oh yeah, they give you like graphic pictures and all that shit.
Because
like that.
now AI is compiling whole new people out of nowhere. Where is it getting these references from?
See, this is why I stand on what I stand on when it comes to certain shit, like giving shit away for free.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, Ancestry.com and all that shit, like giving away your DNA and shit. And people look at me like I'm fucking crazy for saying
that's
like,
gonna be the next step with the actual DNA.
You see
like,
what I'm
what
saying?
we going at now? Like,
but for technology to get to this far advanced, I can now place somebody in somewhere, anywhere the fuck I want to. You could place me in fucking Egypt right now. You see what I'm saying? Now, if I put your fucking DNA, if I buy this company out and place your DNA here, now I have you on video evidence and your DNA is planted. Now what? See what I'm saying?
What can you say?
But also in those clauses that if, say, Ancestry.com goes bankrupt or whatever, a company can come in and buy all that content.
Not a third party in your DNA.
Yeah, it does, once they run your shit, they don't just burn the file. You see what I'm saying? It goes in a category.
No, it's always gonna stay. It's always gonna be around.
So when a company, which companies go out of businesses all the time, where does that shit go? You see what I'm saying? Who's the people creating these AIs? What can they do with this shit? It's a lot of unknown, but it's also a lot of risk in the shit. See what I'm saying? I'm not to say like, where life would be for me, but I don't know. Shit can easily be happening this way. You know what I mean? And it sounds like a movie, and it sounds like, but this shit facts.
No, the movie's kind of telling you what's coming or what's
or it
already
happen.
going on. Yeah.
So if a movie comes from an idea, which is a thought, that means it has to come from somewhere. You know what I mean? It's not, and it has to be believable. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, bruv. It's madness. The AI shit is getting really, really like we're living in some Jetson world shit right now. Like flying cars are very soon coming. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I think if they're going to use this shit to fuck up nigga streams or boost streams by throwing an AI, and they can buy a bot to add onto a song that's not a really good song, but we're going to hype this shit up because we threw some fake people on this shit. Now you got 1 million streams on this shit.
Imagine not having an actual Drake budget, but I got the program that'll give me a Drake 16 that sound just like him for 99% off.
So basically, you could just lay the bars with his voice then.
Or they got a whole program that you can just write a Drake verse and it'll write a whole Drake verse.
And then they'll spit it just like sounding like him.
Spit it just like him.
That's crazy, bro.
Now you don't have to spend the 5,000.
But I think a lot of artists are gonna tag their voice.
They're gonna have to.
Like legally, I think they can be able to do that.
It's gonna be a whole new definition to what intellectual property is.
They're gonna change up the language within that. Like even my voice, I think we're gonna get to a point where they'll be able to like copyright like your voice might fall under like likeness.
Because what if Kanye will be like, bro, like I really don't appreciate y'all putting me on this WAP song, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
but see, this is the thing, we already have that shit. Like if I call Wells Fargo right now, they'd be like
voice recognition.
Yeah, so it'll be like they say, my voice is my password. And like they ask you to read the script or whatever when you setting the shit up, and then like my voice is my password. Boom, now I'm in my bank account. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now if an AI copies my fucking voice,
now they get called.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And
we don't shit dangerous, bro.
We 246 episodes of our voice being out to fucking thousands of fucking people. You see what I'm saying? Nigga can take this shit and do whatever the fuck they want with that shit. They can record whatever phone call to put our voice there.
And legally, that can get nasty even in legal worlds. Like, serious cases. They use that already now. Like, so this is not you on this phone call saying da 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 da. So now I think we're getting to the point now where these artists are going to have to legally like copyright their name. Like voice recognition language is gonna have to go into like Mo said, the intellectual property and all that shit. Because you're not about to just put my voice on no wild shit.
Yeah. And see, I guess you can kind of say like the algorithm already does that with YouTube. Like if you have background music playing, they'll kid your shit for copyright and shit. But I wonder what that.
Yes, they do that.
You see what I'm saying?
On Instagram too.
Right. But what sound is it that they're looking for? Is it the voice of the person that they already have? That, okay, I hear this fucking voice thing, let me flag this shit because that's not that nigga? Or is it the beat? Is it the song? I
think it be label shit because anytime I get a song pulled down, like when I be in my car doing like car karaoke and shit, it always come from a label. This is owned by da 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 da. Like I can't play no Tony Braxton records in my car without that shit coming down.
Well, that's how Sizzler used to be back when LimeWire was around. Like I couldn't get, because he was banned in the United States and the UK because of the type of music that he. I mean, it was a lot of like kill homosexuality and stuff like that. But that's in the reggae culture of older heads and stuff like that. But Sizzler, I remember they finally let like Dry Cry be played in the United States in like 2010 maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go. It might not be on Apple, but I can go look this shit up on YouTube and it'll play. I remember
a lot of his shit used to be like, you can't listen to it in this region or some shit like that.
Can't lie, you know what I'm saying? But that would if shit was like that still implemented today, we wouldn't have to worry about that. They can just use an AI. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing. Like think about it. If niggas are buying bots for fucking shoes, you can buy a bot to have a.
Who to say I can't make a bot that'll scam your ass?
Come on now.
That'll use, like you say.
Use your voice to
hack
your fucking hand account. Bank account,
Yeah, or pull our voice off this shit and be like, hey, open a bank account. We gonna drop these checks. Just like that. Who to say? That's why I say like.
People are trying to get you canceled for saying some wild shit and you ain't really say that shit.
But they can make it seem like I'm on a phone talking to somebody, having a private conversation, saying crazy shit. But the whole time it's AI generated.
This could get dangerous, bro. It can. But I think it'll get nipped in the bud quick though.
Now there was, and this is a true story. There was a time where I was talking to the show. I was throwing parties and shit. And this was when I think I was in college. There was an app that you could pay for to where you could type in the person's name, like the contact name, and type in their phone number. and it will call that person, and that will appear on your phone. So this young lady, whoever the fuck this was, called the shorty who I was talking to. I was like, yeah, Drew's in the shower. Just want to let you know, like, this is what's going on, this and this and that. So my phone is going crazy. Nigga, I'm in Columbia. I'm not even in Charleston. You see what I'm saying? And also, the shit pulled up as Drew in the phone, but in her phone, my name's Dash. You see what I'm saying?
They don't be covering the tracks
Niggas
the whole
don't be
way.
knowing that shit.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, why the fuck? But of course, they know that's fucking me calling. Either
Yeah.
way, however, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't me calling at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so this nigga Tantra called me like, dog, what the fuck you got going on? I'm like, what you think? I'm sleeping. What's up? He's like, dog, please call so-and-so because, yeah, they losing that right now. Like, you got a shorty with you or some shit? I'm like, nigga, I'm sleeping, bruv. Like, I'm not doing shit at all. So I don't, but yeah, me and Shorty started fucking with each other because of some shit like that. Like niggas going to the extreme of this shit.
I'm jammed up.
And I'm just throwing parties in Charleston. You see what I'm saying? Like minor league shit, not even like making headways in the entertainment world.
Right.
So imagine niggas really, if they really had time to fuck with people, it could get nasty. And to say this shit doesn't happen, it probably does happen. You know what I mean? Like, niggas, think about people calling grannies and shit and be recording their fucking like voices and shit like that. Now I got your bank account information. Now if I have this AI shit, now I know what you sound like. And if they use that shit as my voice is my password, now I'm in your bank account. Or I need to transfer whoop to this. Yeah. Boy, listen, the scamming shit can get real. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know, so crazy because remember on Snowfall when they was trying to figure out how the fuck you got into the account, and one of the things Vernique said, it would have had to have been somebody who mimics your voice. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, they would have to sound like you in order to get. And this is around 1986 now. So it's like now that we're in the, like, you know, we always say technology advances every day, but at the height of technology, it's like, yeah, bro, this shit can get very, like when I was into that Kanye Drake shit, other rappers too, Jay-Z, they had Jay-Z over certain, it's like, bro, like, yeah, this shit could get ugly, but I don't think that's something. If it ever became a law that you can actually protect your voice, it'll get ugly for people.
It's going to have to get.
It's going to get ugly for them. Like I'm talking about serious jail time because if you playing around with people's voice and you making them say shit that may be detrimental to their character or fuck with them, you could probably seek some serious time behind some shit like that.
Get sued for that all kind of
like
shit.
Mo said, like imagine if somebody took our voices and had us saying some wild reckless shit, knowing that we done had 240 something podcast episodes, like to really try to fuck us up. Nigga, I want you, like, I want you locked up, nigga. You got me fucked up.
But see, now you gotta think like how niggas are gonna lose the bag because of features, because niggas make so much money off of features. Now I don't need to have a fucking feature.
That's if I can,
if I flow like you and I write the bars, my own bars. All I needed to say, like,
so Drake not answering my DM, I'm gonna just go ahead and
I'm gonna just fucking make this AI sound like Drake is on
plug
the
this thing
feature.
into the AI
so now I
program.
don't have to pay a nigga $100,000 for a fucking feature. You know,
and that's where the protection comes in at.
It's gonna have to get there.
It's gonna have to get there.
Because if niggas, I mean, you see the little shit on Instagram or like, how to make a Drake beat. They do the shit on TikTok and all these other reels and shit all the time. How Drake sound.
Drake sound. Yeah,
and then now they do the little
Mm-hmm.
beat and now boom, it sound like Drake is on the actual song. Now the AI come and clean that shit up and mix and master your shit.
Woo!
Now you got a fucking song.
I
Now
remember they was talking about this when they did the Tupac hologram.
That was 2012.
2012. They was talking about all this type of shit back then.
Yeah.
It was because he sounded just like Pac.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
That's what I said. For it to get here, it's been a lot of trials and trials and trials and trials prior to this shit.
Time,
Yeah,
and niggas just been willingly going along.
100%.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's madness, bro.
Big madness, bro. I'm definitely interested to see how this shit gonna play out. But y'all have fun with this shit while it lasts. But I don't think it will last long. I don't think it's gonna last long at all, bro. Honestly, I don't. So yeah, man, we can go ahead and transition into, you know, this basketball shit. Of course we had some drama before playoff basketball kicked off. So Spencer Dinwiddie versus Cat, man.
Kuz.
Average. I'm tripping. My bad. Spencer versus Kuz. My bad.
Kuz, yeah.
No disrespect, Cat. I really didn't mean to say you. So Spencer versus Kuz. Average player versus average player. To me, it just seemed like some petty shit.
Rick
Kuz
Fox even got into this.
Rick got into this shit? What Rick say?
Because Spencer had another. I think he had another statement. He was like, we look at the Lakers and we look at how Shaq and Kobe had led to the ring, but we'll never say that Rick Fox was the leader of that team.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rick had posted a picture at a championship parade with him, Shaq, and Kobe. He was like, "How you doing, Mr. Spencer? My name is Rick Fox. I'm just showing you this picture of 3 captains that Phil Jackson picked to lead this team to the championship."
Okay, so
Rick was like, "Quit playing with my fucking name, bro."
so let me go ahead and play what Spencer Dinwiddie had to say. Like speaking on his Twitter beef with Kuz. Let me go ahead.
You and Kyle Kuzma had a little back. Actually, it wasn't even a back and forth. He sort of came at you, and you said they're not trying to play winning basketball. He responds on Twitter. The funny thing is, they don't play winning basketball. But you didn't do anything else on Twitter. Do you have a response now that it's been some time?
Oh, man. Did I just say I was petty?
Yeah, I know. Yes, please.
So here's the thing, right? And obviously I spent some time in D.C. with Kuz. What's that thing Draymond just said where he said insecurity is loud?
Yep.
So basically here's what happened, right? We lost to them. I was on the Mavericks. And obviously we have an MVP caliber guy and we're trying to be a championship caliber team. Just went to the Western Conference Finals, et cetera, et cetera. So I make a statement about, we need to be better. Understanding the culture and how games are kind of played in D.C. and saying, that's an unacceptable loss in that fashion. He decides to respond because I guess he felt like it was a shot at him. And I wanted to respond. My agent told me to stand down, that we had, bigger fish to fry, things to do, get to the playoffs, et cetera, et cetera. But, now I'm not in that environment. I'm in the playoffs. He's not. And, to address... No, I'm just saying, to address the socialite, right? Like, there's a lot of guys in the NBA that really pour their heart and soul into basketball, are willing to do whatever it takes to win. There are a lot of guys that have different things that drive them and motivate them. I think if we look at, him and the way he approaches life, fame, all that stuff, that we can see that, his priorities tend to vary. Right? Like, that's why he dressed the way he does. He, approaches basketball the way he does, the comments he makes. And like I said with the Draymond quote, insecurity is loud. Like, you know that you're there, shooting shots to try to get a contract. You're probably not even a third star really on a good team, because if you were, the Lakers would have kept you, right? Part of the reason you left was to try to make more money. Like, these are all things that are facts. And so at the end of my career, one thing that I want to be known, besides a guy that did whatever it took to win in whatever spot he was at, is a guy that was also very honest. And so, like, my complete response to, Kuz and all that other stuff, to address it directly, I played with the guy. You know what I mean? We know what the priorities were. And, a lot of times people thought I was talking about Brad or whatever, anything like that. I look at Brad in the same light as like a Dame. I think he's loyal to DC. I think, probably on a championship team, he's probably got to be paired with like a Giannis. He's probably 1B, which is no shot. I know on a championship team, I'm probably the third guy, kind of like a Drew Holiday with a Chris Middleton and, Giannis or whatever. I'm very secure with who I am in my
Not
career.
the name drop.
I know on a really good team, I can be a
real.
number 2, kind of like we are right here with the Brooklyn Nets. We got Mikal, we got me. We're still a playoff team. We're able to keep the ship right. But in DC, if you got 3 max dudes, Porzingis, Brad, and Kuz, like, how you missed the playoff? Like, none of these things make sense. You know what I'm saying? Unless your priorities aren't in order. And so I would say that's my probably full monologue to that.
So
he didn't really say no lies though. Like,
I feel like that's how he will respond to that though.
this is I respect Spencer's.
let me read. Let me
this
hold on.
shit-
Let me
all
read
right,
Kyle Kuzma tweets, unless he deleted them. Okay, all right, here we go. I had the thread. Okay, so since I'm so famous, FanDuel and Spencer Dinwiddie, let me give y'all some clout. I'm usually unbothered, but things on the internet, but I will not allow this delusional guy to continue to talk about my teammates and I. Here's a thread. Number 1, insecurity is loud. The Wizards and I have such a real estate on Din Shitty Island. This guy got signed by a team 60 M's and was traded before the following season was over. Number 2, in what world have you won in this league? LOL, you've been bounced around like a basketball, my boy. Number 3, you can thank KD and Kyrie and the others spearheading 34 wins before the All-Star break, 11 and 13 after the break for your playoffs. Number 4, second option, more like second point guard. LOL, my man, I watched you for 2 months at the end of your Wizards tenure being second option, average 8, 4, and 4. Sounds good, but you're hooping now. Number 5, and yup, I got a bag coming. Stop hating. And last but not least, the only way you'll ever be worth your contract is if the NBA finally gives you your wish of getting paid in crypto. Check the markets. Enjoy the clicks. Go Sixers. I mean, honestly, bro. There's something else I want to piggyback off the heels of this shit too. That just speaks to the climate of NBA talk. But I didn't hear a lot that Spencer told. I know it's people want to shit on Spencer for making a Drew Holiday comment, but
he's not wrong.
I mean, yeah, Drew Holiday has a defense over him. I'm not devaluing defense at all, but like when we talking about from an overall production standpoint, yeah, they about the same, my nigga, for career. They're about the same. So I don't understand where that shit is coming from. Like, Kuz, you ain't like it is a fact. If you was valued like that, my nigga, the Lakers would have kept you. Let's talk facts. Let's talk facts.
You was a third max player on that Wizards roster behind KP, behind Bradley Beal. Y'all missed the playoffs.
But y'all got 3 max players though.
3 max players though. Anybody else who had 3 max players and they missed the playoffs, they gonna get a lot of scrutiny. Y'all ain't getting that for some reason because y'all in DC, which is a losing franchise, is in the lower market right now. But when we speak facts, we get the sassy shit. And this is why I respect what Spencer was saying, because not only was he speaking facts, he had names to back his facts and correct comparison. He wasn't.
Yeah, y'all act like Spencer said. He said, "I'll be Kobe Bryant on the team." My nigga, third option. Like, let's not overvalue third options, my nigga.
You need third options.
Yes,
you need a second option.
But they're third for a reason.
And it's a reason why he said what he said. Like, he keeping it real. I know I'm not gonna be a 1A or 1B on the team. I'm cool with being a third option because you know what? At the end of the day, it's about winning.
Facts.
I ain't mad at what Spencer said at all.
Like when you think about third options in the league, all them niggas ain't stars. They average players. Who's the third option on Boston? Like, I'm genuinely asking, like, who would be the third option on Boston? Smart. Okay. Is he that much better than Spencer? They like all of them is like in that same pool.
You need a glue guy.
They all kind of in that same pool. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Marcus Smart got the experience over Spencer, but when you talking from a player, my nigga, like, it's not really that significant gap that y'all trying to make it to be. Especially when you talking about Kuz and Spence. Let's just keep it to Kuz and Spence.
Let's keep it a buck.
Like, y'all in the same fucking class, my nigga.
Kuz, you've been in league since 2017. You have not moved the needle that much to be placed in these elite tier. You just haven't. The potential was there, but you came in with Tatum. You're not in the Tatum class. You came in. You might be Brandon Ingram tier. That's just what it is.
Let's look at Kuzma stats, and we all see in his play, so we ain't got to play dumb. So he's averaged 16 for his career, 16 his rookie year, 18 the next, 12 the third, 12 his last year in LA. So his last 2 years in LA, he averaged 12 points. And that may have been due to his role going down because
one of those championship years.
Yeah. So 2021, 2022, your first year Washington, 17, and then this year 21. Yet y'all couldn't make the playoffs.
Why? What happened? You a max nigga though, right?
So let me go to Spencer Dinwiddie stats. Remind you, he's averaged 16 for his career, Kyle Kuzma. So Spencer Dinwiddie for his career has averaged 13. So Detroit, his first 2 years, he really wasn't getting no burn. And I don't even think Spencer was a high draft pick at.
He wasn't
either. He might have been. I'm not sure. So Brooklyn 7. Then he jumps to 12, 16, 20 points. Then he was hurt.
They was going crazy that 1 year, him and D'Angelo.
2019 and 20. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Actually, that was KD and Kyrie first year, but they wasn't playing because they was hurt. And then the next year he was hurt. So that's why he got the 6 points. So then 2021, 2022, he was in Washington. I think that's when he got traded or signed. 13 points, 12 points. Got traded to Dallas from Washington during the 21-2022 season. 12, 15 points. 17 points total for 2022-2023 between Dallas and Brooklyn this year. So 17.3 he averaged this year. And then his last year between Brooklyn and Dallas, he averaged 12, and he went up to 15 when he got to Dallas. So 12 when he was with Washington, 15 when he went to Dallas last year. And then between this year in the BK deal, he's averaged 17 points.
So where the drop off at?
It's not really a
Kuz?
big gap.
There's really no big gap. For Kuz to be a max player, that's kind of speaks more.
Yeah, and that speaks to the market. The market goes up. You see what I'm saying? So we got to add context when we say max player too. But yeah, on paper, y'all niggas getting max money. You got KP, and Beal. They paid you some bread, bro. Washington paid you some bread.
And supposedly you feel you got another bag coming, which is cool. I'm not against you getting your bread, my nigga, but we be to the facts that what Spencer was saying. What was it getting? Was it getting the team though?
This shit was funny to me, dog. Like, because wasn't Kuz involved in that Russell Westbrook trade?
I think so. Talking about when Russ came.
When he came to LA. Let me see who
who
was in that trade. Yup, no. Washington Wizards have agreed to trade Russell Westbrook 2024 second round pick, 2028 second round pick to the Los Angeles Lakers for Kyle Kuzma, KCP, and Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah.
So I mean, like Spencer said, like they felt you held that much weight, they would have kept you, my nigga. It's that like Spencer. Honestly, he was talking like real direct. He didn't really have no spice on nothing that he said, but except for the little shit about the dress and shit. But I mean, yeah, like your shit do kind of vary, my nigga.
My nigga, you be on that weirdo Playboy Cardi type shit, my nigga. Like, yeah, you do.
But let's not act like you moving some needles now. You're not doing that.
You're not moving no needles, my nigga. Like you had your ceiling was that.
And it's not me saying that Spencer's moving. Like y'all all in the same.
Y'all in the same. Y'all in the same tier. I just want that to be a no. We're not kidding for nobody. Y'all in the same tier. So for niggas to be trying to like prop it up, like you speaking down on this man, like you speaking a class down below. No, you're not. You're not, because if you was, you'd been playing up to your max potential. You a max player, right? You had two other max players with you, right?
The niggas missed the playoffs. That man in the playoffs, and he was in the playoffs last year. So even if you want to talk that shit about, thanks to Katie, my nigga, he was in the playoffs with Dallas.
He was Western Conference Finals last year.
He played a role in that, my nigga. Whether you want to discount it or not, like he played a role in that.
Where was you last year?
Home again.
All right.
This shit funny, man. This shit is hilarious, bro. This shit hilarious.
My thing is this, bro. When niggas be
these basketball talks just be getting so
sassy.
Yeah,
get sassy.
JJ Redick had a comment the other day, and he's right. He was like, "I want NBA discourse to be like how NFL Live be." And Mo, how long have I've been saying on this podcast? You've been saying NFL talks don't be like how NBA talks be. That's like NFL Live don't be going viral. Or NFL talks period don't be going viral for shit like that.
So it's about the sport.
It's about the sport, bro.
That's it.
Like they don't be having that type of discourse. But with NBA, like maybe because it's like it's less people, so you get to look at these athletes as superheroes. Maybe basketball is easier to understand for some people versus football because the language of football it's a lot of components that go into football. Yeah. But even still, you can still have professional discourse. With NBA discourse, it's shit like that. Mm-hmm. It ain't never really been a time been on NFL Live somebody really talking about shit like that.
It don't
be like that.
It don't happen like that. It don't. Over under, Drew. How many times you feel like Kyle Kuzma rolled his eyes when he was typing those tweets? Over under. I got over 5.5.
I agree. Sucking his teeth and all. Real sassy.
That was some sassy talk right there.
Yeah, it was.
I got a bag. Stop hating. What?
Nobody's hating off you, my nigga.
No, we don't hate off because honestly, you're just like you say, Mike. It's the market, my nigga. So if you fall in the market,
that's what you get.
I can't argue that, my nigga.
And let's be real. I don't think other NBA players hating on other NBA players in terms of getting their bread, and they are as well because all y'all niggas getting bread. Y'all getting significant bread
getting
too.
Money to play sports, bro. Like it is what it is.
Niggas mad at you only making fucking $5 million. Like nigga,
I'm getting 5 M's, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Fuck what you talking about, bro? And it's to the point where now like you say, like I can't even say you only getting us because of the market, because I sound like a hater. You know what I'm saying? Kuz, let's be real, my nigga. Like
Kuz
for you to
average
have
as fuck.
You having a max player tag, that's kind of a mislabel because you average as fuck, bro. Yeah. Like let's be real, like Spencer said, if the Lakers felt you was really a max player, they would have gave you that money.
Yeah,
but they didn't.
And also, you get the money that you're deserving of.
So he's
You
on
get,
a 3.
You get what you negotiate in any sport.
So Kuz is getting a 3-year 30. He's currently under a 3-year $40 million contract, getting 13 a year. This is a rookie extension. So this off his rookie extension. That's one of the levels in the rookie extension that you could get. So I guess he got the tier below the the Supermax Tatum and all them others got. So it's like, my nigga, you getting 13 MSC. You got a total value of a $40 million contract, my nigga.
And you had, but see the thing.
You got a bag coming. You might be getting another 3-year, $30 million contract, my nigga. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, I mean the Wizards gonna pay the man probably because
Who else they gonna?
Yeah,
get?
who else they gonna pay?
That's what I'm saying.
And that be the thing too. Niggas gotta understand the landscape of this shit. Who else are they gonna get to fulfill who can really plug in? Because for the most part,
Nobody coming in.
A lot of these teams locking in they players who feel they want.
Didn't they give Bradley Beal 100 M's?
I think so.
Yeah, something around there. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they got the money. They'll give the money. You see what I'm saying? But the nigga performance just ain't there. Like that's the thing. Like
average niggas can get 100 M's now.
Come on.
Like, that's not really
on the right team.
That's not really to
the
bump
right
your
team,
chest about.
yeah.
Now, yeah, from a personal standpoint, yeah, but
Not
you
gonna
got.
get a ring.
Because you literally holding them hostage.
That's
Who
it.
else they gonna
Can
get?
Kyle Kuzma get 90 million? Yes, Duncan Robinson got 90 M's.
Oh my god.
So yes, Kyle Kuzma would get 90 M's based off the market. He would.
Kyle Kuzma
But
gonna
what
get
comes with that should be a playoff appearance, my nigga.
Yeah. That's just only right. Not when you got two other niggas you get max deals.
This nigga got 90 mil on the bench, man.
Man,
crazy.
I can't believe niggas argue me that shit, bro. Dennis couldn't get that though. Shout out to Dennis. Dennis couldn't get that, but that just goes to my point with Kyle. It's like, my nigga, like if you got a bag coming, okay, cool. But you better keep that same energy if it ain't around that number that you think it is. Keep that same energy. Cause not for nothing, let me look up Spencer contract. Since we talking about, since niggas want to talk pocket watch and shit like that, I got a bag coming. That nigga wasn't even talking about no money.
Man, say nothing about your contract and that. Bro. That man specifically.
I stop hating. I got a bag coming.
Nigga specifically said your priorities on the court. That's all he said, bro.
Oh, 3 years, 54 M's. So he really could have shitted on you if he wanted to. My nigga, I'm getting the same amount of years as you, but my shit higher.
Yeah. And on a team that has chances to win. You know what I mean? Like they're in the playoffs.
So Spencer getting 18 a season. You getting 13. And y'all in the same years. Same
crazy,
years now.
But you talking crazy.
All right.
You talking crazy.
But see, I'm glad Spencer bringing that because we all getting money, my nigga. So ain't nothing to talk about.
Let's take
That's when the shit start
yeah.
getting
Yeah. We ain't got to talk about no money. We all getting money.
Remove the money factor out of it. What else is there? And that's what he hit you with.
facts. He do the facts.
Facts is the Lakers
facts-
traded you. They didn't see value enough for you to be like, yeah, we could put Kyle in this deal. They kept other players though.
They kept a lot of other players. Not you though.
You was in that deal, my nigga. So like, yeah. Like,
And they gave you countless chances to fucking prove yourself. Like you're worthy of staying with the Lakers.
let's not act like Kuzma is moving. That'd be my thing. Like, my nigga, you a role guy.
Yeah. Was he having dinners like with like Janie Buss and all kind of shit like that? Like
trying to stake his
yeah,
money. Yeah.
kissing the white devil in the mouth. Lord have mercy. Sheesh.
That shit
Yeah,
was
he
wild.
definitely was putting in an overtime.
But you know, everybody gonna jump on Kyle because it's Spencer. Oh, Spencer Dinwiddie say he be a Drew Holiday. And let me say this: I fuck with Drew Holiday as a player. I remember when he swept Dame in Portland for putting the clamps on him. Yeah, he got that tag that year. But like when we talk from an overall player, my nigga, like he's good, average. He's good / average. He's not great. He's not great. Did he have some great moments in the playoffs when he won the championship? Yeah, but he's a third option. For a reason. And when that trade went down, it's funny how y'all want to try to make it seem like, Drew is bigger than what he was. Because when that trade went down, y'all was like, oh, y'all gave all that up for Drew Holiday? When they gave up 3 first-round picks for Drew Holiday, y'all be like, oh, Drew Holiday worth that? So, like, outside the Bucks 2021 season, like, if he was such value, what happened last year when he was up 3-2 on Boston? But see, niggas don't want to talk about that. Because when Chris Middleton was going down, that should have been the opportunity for Drew Holiday to step up 3-2, right? I'm just speaking facts.
The floor is yours, brother.
I'm just speaking facts. Y'all want to prop up Drew Holiday now, but he didn't do that last year. Giannis was out there damn near on some Dolo shit. I'm not really giving no excuses. But where was Drew Holiday at since y'all want to prop him up so much over Spencer Dinwiddie?
But niggas want to bring up how Spencer Dinwiddie only scored 50 points in the Suns series. But they won that series, though. And he still – what did he do in the Western Conference Finals? Let's talk about that.
This shit wild, bro. Like that was a whole team collective effort, bro.
The hills niggas be choosing, I just don't be understanding. That's why I don't even. I'll say what I say, and that be it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just like, all right, bro. Like, because clearly y'all, it is what it is, bro. Like.
That shit wild, man. That shit wild. Shit funny to me. Shit always be funny when you really peel back the layers of some shit, bro. Like, that's all I really got to say about that shit, man. But, you know, congratulations to your Heat, Drew, for beating us. Y'all boys handled business, beat us straight up.
Yes, sir.
I did have us winning that game. It did look like we was going to win that game late, but y'all pulled it out at the end. Salute to Jimmy Butler for doing this thing. Max Strus had a big game. Bam got some big rebounds. It was kind of bad offensively, but he had some huge rebounds. As far as us, man, I mean, salute to Zach for, you know, the first game versus the Raptors down 19, you know, coming back doing this thing. But, you know, shit the bed in the second game versus the Heat, and it is what it is.
6 for 21 is crazy.
Yeah, 6 for 21 is crazy, but couldn't buy a shot. Could not buy a fucking shot. Had good looks too. Yeah, man, I'm interested to see what happens to us in the offseason. You know, Vucevic wants to stay. I'm so up and down with Vuce, man. Niggas want to talk about streaky. That motherfucker is streaky. That motherfucker is literally hot and cold. Y'all want to talk about Zach LaVine being streaky. Zach ain't streaky, bro. Like, we seen this nigga had a great game in the do-or-die game, and then he had a bad game in the do-or-die game. And it's like, it'd be funny when niggas, you know, pick on certain shit. Like, because y'all do this SGA shit, and SGA and Zach both balled out in the do-or-die game, and they both shit the bed in the do-or-die game. Like, it's the same shit. It's the same result. That's all I'm going to say about that SGA and Zach shit. But I'm definitely interested to see how we adjust all season. Definitely don't see Zach going nowhere. DeMar DeRozan, you know, we still have another year of him under contract.
Y'all had Zach since what, 17?
17 in the Jimmy Butler trade. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This is his 6th year with us.
At what point are you starting to look at Zach though as a trade piece? When are you like starting to sell it?
Probably. So this would be the second year of his deal. Probably the 4th or 5th year.
That'll be what, damn near 10 seasons with y'all.
Yeah, damn near 10 years. Yeah, because it's year 6. So 7th year be this upcoming one. 8th. So in between maybe the 8th and 9th year. Because he's a great fucking player, man.
That's a long time, though, brother. That's all I'm saying.
I won't move off him. I wouldn't move off him. I just put somebody else next to him if you want to. I mean, you need 2 25-plus per game scorers, bro. And if you don't have another 25, you need a Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins. You see what I'm saying? Like with y'all got 2 25-point-per-game players, and you got pieces around them. So you're going to have to put another 25-point-per-game player next to Zach, along with somebody else who's going to get you 15 to 17 like we had with Vooch. But, you know, if they want to move off Vooch, you got to compensate that. If you move DeRozan, you got to compensate that. I wouldn't be against a Dame Lillard situation. I wouldn't be against that. I know he's been talks with the Heat, possibly going down there. That'd be a good look, too. But as far as Zach LaVine, you got to keep Zach LaVine, bro. And I get it. We don't really get to be on national TV like that, but I watch us. The nigga had a bad start to the season. Y'all know, I was on the podcast killing him. You know that. Mm-hmm. I was killing him and Patrick Williams. I'm Zach LaVine's biggest fan, but I'm also his biggest critic. Because I see so much greatness for the nigga. Like, when I be saying that shit about Zach, I don't be fucking trolling. I be dead ass. That nigga has all the skills. He has all the skills. Did he have a bad game? Yeah, 100%.
Overall, I just don't see him as like a top 5 in this position.
So who do you think is top 5 as shooting guards?
Shooting guards, so like you still got Harden out there.
Well, he's labeled as a point guard now. He transitioned to a point guard.
So Tyrese Maxey at the point guard there?
No, he played a 2.
I mean, I got Harden as a shooting guard. I mean, I get it, but it's like, all right, you got him. You got Donovan. You got Jalen. You got who else, bro? You got I mean, you might can put him there. I mean, because if you gonna
from what people tell me,
if niggas putting Shea top 5, I mean, I guess you gotta put him top 5. But it's like, I'm looking at it like, what are you getting out of him? Like when you need it, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's like, I like Zach too, but it's like, what are you getting from him when you need it? Because it's like you say, this we've been in since 2017. You dig? I'm gonna get y'all, because y'all had some coaching issues like the first couple.
Our roster was ass.
The roster, yeah. I mean, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And it's like, all right, we had DeRozan. This the second season with DeRozan?
Second, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, all right, it's a lot of time, but it's like, all right, DeRozan, he getting older. Zach getting older.
DeRozan will be 35.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I wouldn't be against us moving off DeRozan, but you keep Zach. You definitely keep Zach LaVine, bro. You definitely keep him. Like, people tell me Booker better, Jaylen Brown better, Donovan Mitchell better, SGA better. Most people put him at 5. Some have him 6 to 8. To me, I don't think you can realistically name me 5 better. That's just my opinion. Not with the skills that he have, his efficiency, the way he scores. And I get it. The playoffs is where, we get it all. But the nigga that y'all leapfrog over him this year just had his first major big year.
Who say?
Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And they both had the same results in these playoffs. That's all I'm saying, bro. It's the exact same result.
The Shea shit, because I wouldn't.
And he would get more grace because, like he
2018.
When did he come in the league?
2018. He 2018.
So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This is 5th year.
This is 5th year. Zach 2014. So it's like, I guess they're looking at it from a time aspect. Like,
okay,
this is what we getting from him in this window right here, and he's only gonna go up.
But context matters with Shea too, right? Because the OKC Thunder was ass. We was ass. I think the Bulls realistically we was ass up until we got DeRozan.
They both. I mean, even with this year, like y'all both was kind of like
we were both the 10 seed.
Yeah. So it's like I think that's why I say like with SGA is more like. Okay.
The time?
It's a timing aspect. Now, then on the flip side, you got niggas still call him, like how you say Brandon Ingram, they still calling him young. This year 7. This year 7, he about to be year 8.
Because if he young, Zach LaVine young.
That's what I'm saying. They both veterans. Bro. Like, let's cut this shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
2 young stars. I can't believe ESPN put that picture up.
No, that nigga's a veteran. He's a veteran. He's a vet now. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Because it's like, context matters with Zach, but I also sometimes you gotta put your boots on too.
I agree.
So,
I've been fair with Zach.
Yeah.
I'm 100%. I said it. I said, bro, he balled out in the do-or-die game, and he should have bet in the do-or-die game. It is what it is. I'm not gonna say that this is it. No, that'd be stupid.
At one point, in the bottom of that 4th, Jimmy was having his way.
Mm-hmm.
He was just having his way. Like, I mean, he's one of them players too. He's gonna will his way.
And he had a bad start to the game too. He did, but he got it together. So with Zach, I'm not giving up on Zach. I'm just not. I can't. Not. And I just want people to look more to. Just look at our games. We don't be on national TV, but just look to our games, bro. Like I think the Raptors game and the Heat game is really the only. And then the last year series versus the Bucks, but he didn't really play his best also because he was dealing with the knee shit, which is not an excuse. Because I felt like, well, if you was hurt, my nigga, you shouldn't play. I've been on Zach. I don't really got to repeat this shit. People could think I'm putting the cape on. I've been on Zach LaVine's ass about his play, and he got better around mid-December. He been playing like the star that we know him to be since mid-December. His on-ball defense has gotten extremely better this year. So I think looking into the offseason and seeing the moves that we make, if we to get like another star next to him, it would be no more excuses from that point on.
Right.
I do believe we have to give up on the Lonzo Ball shit though.
Yeah, that Lonzo shit might be cooked because he's talking about he gonna miss next season too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of that might.
He's getting a cartilage transplant.
We might not see Lonzo Ball play. At least till 2025, 26.
I don't even think he'll be full sprinting down the court no more, even if he do come back.
That's crazy. A cartilage transplant at what? He's 25?
Yeah. Lonzo's born 97.
That's crazy.
So it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, man.
But that's enough about us, man. We're losers. Let's talk about some winners.
I mean, somebody got to win, somebody got to lose.
Yeah. So, what y'all think about the first game of the playoffs so far?
I'm trying to sweep
predictions.
The Hawks. I'm trying to sweep the Hawks. I was going to say I was going to be respectful, be like we're going to end them in 6, maybe 5, maybe 6. But until I saw them make that tweet with the whole Joe Johnson when he shook KG, my nigga, y'all lost that series. Let's talk about that. It went 7, but y'all lost. You dig? Y'all went Eastern Conference, probably like a few years after that? But it's like, all right, one of y'all key players who went Eastern Conference with y'all, he went our team now. We went to the finals with bruh. So let's like you said, we gonna speak facts.
Yeah.
We played y'all yesterday, but nigga, y'all down 30 at half. Made it respectable by the end of the game, but then y'all ain't really hanging with us. So let's keep it respectable. All right, that's all I want to say. I ain't gonna get into all this whole like other shit, like speaking about other shit outside of the sports. We're gonna keep it on the court. Y'all not fucking with us, and this is what it is.
It's evident y'all kind of let them creep back in the game late.
Yeah,
playing around
happens.
and shit.
It happens. We play with our food.
But y'all know y'all could beat them by 30 every game.
Every fucking game. And that's the energy that I got.
Yeah. So like for me, I got first round predictions. I got Philly in 4, Boston in 4, Milwaukee in 4, Knicks in 6, Nuggets in 5, Grizzlies in 6, Warriors in 6, Suns in 5. And a lot of people had the Cavs like honestly beating these niggas, and I think the Knicks have the edge. And after looking at that game last night, bro, like the Knicks are a better team than them.
The Knicks there. I won't say better. It's a good matchup.
It's a good. I got to go in 6 though.
It's a hell of a matchup.
But I see a lot of sweeps and gentlemen sweeps in the first round.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief.
Bucks. Drew, I hate to say it, Bucks might get y'all up out of here. Who else? Who 76ers got? They got the
Nets.
That might be a gentleman's sweep. I think the better series might be on the Western Conference for the first round. I want to see how this Lakers and Grizzlies games be for the first game. I want to see how that look.
Warriors Kings, great game.
That was a great game. I watched that whole game last night. That was a good game. That's gonna be hell of a series right there.
Suns and Clippers, I don't see extending past 5, bro. I'm sorry, not unless PG there.
Oh yeah, that's what with a 5, and that's gonna be
now
crazy.
Kawhi pull that out. That'll be monumental.
A crazy narrative because that Clipper shit. It's been 4 years now.
Hey, you already know who I said. The person who got to get the most done for me this year is Kawhi Leonard. Just based off of all the build up behind that move, and he's been kind of been able to, because of his personality, he ain't really been able to be on that light. But my nigga, this is year 4.
It's been a lot of setbacks because LeBron basically was all but calling y'all out bubble year.
Y'all didn't make it to the dance.
Y'all didn't even make it to the dance.
Niggas blew a 3-1. And it seemed like we'll never get that matchup in the playoffs, bro.
I ain't never really seen LeBron was all but calling y'all niggas out.
I mean, the Clippers be getting them in the regular season, but we don't never get the playoff matchup.
We want the playoff shit.
We want that playoff matchup. But Nuggets going to be playing the Timberwolves. I think that's a 5. Grizz and Lakers going to be in Lakers fans swear they're going to win that shit in 6. I just don't see it, even with the missing Brandon Clark and Adams. I think they just got more better players.
I think that kind of matters to me a little bit.
It does matter now. Don't get me wrong.
It ain't going.
But they still got Triple J.
He not hurt? I thought he was hurt too. No. All right. So
Brandon Clark was the big one in Adams.
Yeah. Missing Adams is going to be crucial for them though going forward.
He's a presence.
If the Lakers win, I got that. That's going to be 6 or 7 games, honestly.
So you just tossing up that series?
Yeah.
Right.
If we get 80, how we supposed to get 80? You never know what you're gonna get. You said Nuggets playing the Wolves, right? That's a gentleman's sweep.
I probably got the Suns and Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, if not Nuggets.
Suns Warriors.
No, they would play second round, I can't say that.
How long you think that Kings and Warriors series gonna last?
6.
6.
Warriors in 6. I mean, they're a great team. Don't get me wrong, but the experience is gonna matter as the series wanes on.
Do matter. De'Aaron ain't been there yet.
So the first game, trust me, I get it. It was cool. 38 points.
Shot terrible last night too.
38 points for his debut.
Yeah.
My dog was on some D Rose shit.
He was on some other shit. Monk was going crazy too.
Monk was doing his thing. Shout out to them Kentucky boys, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Kings is good to see the Cowbells back, and they got the little like the beam thing now.
Yeah, them boys, that crowd always.
Man, Mo, they ain't been in the playoffs since 07, man. They've been waiting.
But even back, that crowd always
always been crazy. Yeah.
Always been
Phil
crazy.
Jackson used to wear the little earplugs for the Cowbell shit when the Lakers and Kings had them series.
I'll say that's one of the cities that deserve their team.
Yeah, they do. Sacramento. You see that shit about old boy get kicked out the game?
E40,
man.
He say I just saw he want them boy to investigate for possible racism because he don't understand what the fuck what it was about. So.
And E40 don't be stirring up no trouble at no games.
He don't.
I ain't know he go on the road though. I will say that. I thought he just be catching the Warrior shit.
Sacramento right there. You know what I'm saying? Sacramento, the Bay is right there.
They close? I thought they far apart.
Well, if it's
ain't Sacramento? I think Sacramento was further Cali up.
Probably
I could be wrong.
Probably a little flight or something.
I don't think it's a flight now. It could be though. Let me see. Where's Sack at? Let's see. But yeah, I did see that. I was like, damn, them boy done kick that man out. That shit was wild. Yeah. He gonna be right there for them Warriors home games though.
He get love in Oracle Stadium and Oracle now for sure. But
I think that's gonna be the most exciting series though.
Some young boys coming at the Warriors though.
Oh yeah, no, Mo, it's not that far at all. Sacramento and San Francisco is right there.
Yeah, see, he right there.
It might be about a 30 to 40 minute drive.
There was a lot of Warriors fans in the crowd too, though. Like them boy was there too. So you never know, bro.
I thought Sacramento was more upstate. Okay, so yeah, man. I mean, salute to them, though, man. Salute to them. But the games that really niggas gonna be talking about are coming on today. So we definitely gonna see. Stan, I love you, but I don't see it unless PG there. I just don't see it, my brother.
Drew, what you
got over there,
what
Drew?
What you got, Drew, for y'all? Because
I think you looking forward to the all. And shout out to my boy Ev real quick. He's a Heat fan too, Drew. He wanted. I think he was trying to play reverse psychology with me, but he said he wanted to lose a game so he could secure the 14th pick in the draft versus having 20. Had they won the game, which now y'all have because y'all won. But he wanted the 14th pick because of history. Y'all have had success with those picks with Tyler Hero, Bam. Shit like that, so he wants Dame though. That's who Ev want. He want Dame.
The memes, the bullshit, like dog. Dame ain't leaving Portland. We know this shit. He's satisfying with just shooting the ball for Portland. So
lately, he been saying he might have to reconsider his future, but you know how that go with Dame, man.
He's trying to protect himself.
Yeah, he's trying to protect himself. He's dropping.
If you want to, I ain't saying you got to.
You gotta trade me, then trade.
Nigga,
me,
say you want to leave, nigga.
You Dame, though. Speak your mind.
Speak your mind. Speak up.
You rap about it all the time.
Speak up.
That'd be my point.
It would be cool. Sounds good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But realistically, I don't see that happening. I mean, we do have a empty chair that would be freeing up. You know what I'm saying? Big
Finally.
up UD.
Finally, he got that nigga up out of here. So he's not on the roster no more? Like
I mean, he's there.
He just on the bench still?
Of course. What are you gonna do? Play?
That's what I'm saying. So all right, so that was basically his last regular
That was
season.
the
game.
last regular season.
Okay,
game.
all right,
yes.
cool.
All right. I'm still sleeper teams. I said last week. I said Sacramento. I definitely see them going pretty far, and I still think we're gonna go far. So that's where I'm at with it.
Okay. How much longer do you keep Jimmy Butler? He'll be 35 in August.
And that's why, in that same breath, that's why I don't see us going to go get a Dame. I don't see us going in that direction. But it's a situation where we're at a win now situation. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like you're starting to look at like, okay, who's going to be the next franchise guy? Yeah. And Dame is up there in age too. So that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't really make sense for us to go get a Dame. You know what I mean? I don't know what direction. I'm just trying to focus on the season here. You know what I mean? Like whatever happens. But I want Milwaukee or I wanted the fucking Boston Celtics, and so this is what we're gonna get. You know what I mean? I got Milwaukee. You say Milwaukee's getting us out in 4. Okay, bet it's better phone call. So when I'm saying like dog, I'm telling you like we got some dogs on that team.
Yeah, I got dogs.
And we show that shit.
I ain't trying to shit on y'all.
We show that shit. Time in and time out.
Right.
We're not the best equipped team on paper, but them niggas got hearts, bruv, and I rock with them niggas. So however far we go, we wasn't even supposed to fucking be here. And I hope we keep that same energy.
That's a double
that
for
was
itself.
That was the same energy going into the fucking bubble. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Hey, if they riding that horse like that, I'm right there with them.
I definitely see y'all get to the finals in the bubble, but y'all definitely did it. Y'all beat us. So, I mean. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah. We got some dogs on that team. So. Some dogs. But, yeah, man. I think it was a good basketball yesterday. I'm interested to see what the Lakers look like coming out the gate because they've been riding a nice, a high horse right now. LeBron seems to look, that injury that allegedly he inquired doesn't seem like it's slowing shit up. AD looks like a fucking AD. You know what I mean?
He look like AD, so, I mean.
Nigga got the Timberwolves the fuck up out of there. They got to look real good against Cat. You know what I mean? And that's one matchup I always be like, that shit can get ugly. But also Rudy was out on his goofy shit.
He
said-
Jaden
he said-
McDaniels broke his fucking hand punching
Yeah.
the wall.
He
See what
said
I'm
he
saying?
didn't know if he was gonna play regardless because he had back spasms. So he said he didn't know if he was gonna play either way, if he got suspended or not.
I mean, he's gonna say that shit now because he's suspended. But
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how he'll defend Joker.
yeah, me too. That's gonna be a hell of a matchup.
They
but,
play today, right?
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
think 3:00 or some
3
shit.
o'clock.
So what time the Lakers play? Lakers play at 1?
I don't know, bro. I just gotta get to this fucking tire shop. That's all I know.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. We got to wrap this
Yeah,
up.
they come on. They come on at 3 o'clock. So
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean,
we'll see how it all play out.
playoff landscape is set for sure. Started yesterday.
But I'm excited to see how this shit goes.
It's
You know
gonna be a
what I mean?
lot going on in between this episode and next episode. So,
Yeah.
you know.
We'll be here every week recapping this shit, man.
So, you know, we here, man. I'm just interested to get this ball rolling, man. You know, I expect us by next Sunday to basically be done swept the Hawks. I'm calling that. Like, I ain't respecting them boys like that. Sorry. Like, they just, for one, they 1 and 2, not fucking what I 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And they look small.
Yeah.
When we was playing them yesterday, we was skipping through them boys. Like,
Yeah.
they just look small. They look little.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it is. Like,
Mo got the Boston Celtics hats on
yeah,
today, y'all.
I'm
Y'all see
repping
it?
today.
You see?
Like, it's just what
You
it
see
is.
the boy out there?
Oh,
I respect it, man. I respect it.
so-
Yeah, man. So shout out to all the supporters as usual, man. Continue to like, subscribe, share, tell people about it, you know. And y'all keep out here progressing, man, whatever field that you in.
And clean up these fucking roads, bro. Clean these
please.
fucking roads.
Cause I got a big nail in my tire a few weeks back
got
that I
one
ain't
right-
never seen in my life.
Come on, bro.
I'm glad it wasn't the sidewall though.
Like, I was driving Thursday, and I told Mike earlier, I was like, I was on the phone with Toon, and I was like, dog, I've never been more certain that I just ran over a fucking nail. And I could hear the shit puncture the fucking tire, bro. And then here we go yesterday. I'm driving, nigga. The
Slowly.
shit. Do. Because
Oh,
it's a run flat, so it ain't going to go completely
Yeah, but
fucking
you can
flat,
hear it,
bro.
though.
But I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Smelling rubber. It smell like you
Yeah.
done run up the
Yeah.
cord on the on your rug or some shit with the vacuum cleaner. Yeah, that stink rubber smell. I was like, dog, this shit fuck. And it's a newer tire too. Like, I just got that shit a few months ago. So
That be the shit.
these are the breaks, though. That's how it goes. These are the breaks of life.
fucking bullshit, bro. But yeah, man. Shout out the city, man. Shout out to everybody doing the things, man.
Facts.
I see a lot of documentaries. They got a Kush Lounge documentary allegedly might be stirring up or some shit. Hey, man. I wasn't in there a lot, but I know a lot of people baby mama was. So, yo, big up to everybody in the city.
I was in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mo gonna be in there doing the Roy. I can't wait to see it.
it's
Goddamn.
actually, if they do their research, it's a picture. I got the picture, too. It's a picture of when Waka Flocka came. He was in the crowd. Somebody took a picture. I'm in the picture. So, I got it in my phone, but
I don't remember a lot of video cameras going around those times. I'm interested. It's gonna be a lot of security footage or some shit. I don't really know. I'm intrigued to see.
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
it's
Where they
gonna-
getting the footage from? If this,
It must be niggas sitting down telling stories or some shit. I don't know. But
God bless.
blessed be.
God bless it.
But yeah, man, big up the city per usual. Big up everybody, man. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
man. Like my brother Drew said, man, support all that. Like my dog Mike said, support all that, man. So, you know, as always, if you hear something on this episode that gets you in your feelings, what type of way, always remember,
We're just messages.
we out of here, baby.